no strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
It's a fun, dopey radio show. Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me.
I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh.
What happened?
Shocked?
Yeah.
Jimmy just got shocked by his headphones.
You all right?
Yeah,
That
I just
happened.
hate that.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, that's terrible. Got a grounding problem.
What kind of welcome back is that?
No kidding. You almost got jacked to death. I was going to say, nice brand new show intro. I like it.
Yeah, that was
We're
funny.
not in trouble anymore, finally. Our intros was all about us being in trouble.
And it's
the
like,
media
you know
talking
what?
about us being in trouble, and I'm thinking we haven't been in trouble in a few years.
Yeah, so let's
At
move
least.
on.
Move on with the new intro.
Right. Very
Morning,
good.
welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Everyone's weekend was fun.
It sure was. How was Foxwoods, boys?
Great. Had so much fun. Jimmy Norton, a genius performance
Oh,
again.
thank you.
So goddamn funny. New shit that I haven't seen. It's just like...
Wait. You actually
Really good.
went and saw him?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
The Friday early show.
I did. We went to dinner.
Wow,
we all
you
went
had
to dinner together.
You had to take a break from the tables, huh?
No, I hadn't started yet. Actually, we all went to the luxurious suite that Foxwoods put us up in. My God, that thing was great.
It was like a hotel inside the hotel, his room.
I had a lobby in my room.
That's nice.
And we all went out to dinner. We went
Yep.
to a very good restaurant. Oh, my God, the place was fantastic.
Yeah.
What was it? Paragon. Over there at Foxwoods. And, of course, lots of lofts having dinner when you're sitting with the likes of Jimmy Norton and Club Soda Kenny and Danny. And what's his name with the comic? That
Keith?
He wasn't there, right?
Oh, Lenny.
Keith the cop, yeah.
Oh, Lenny the nerd. No, Lenny's a very funny comedian.
I
but
like Lenny.
He took a nap while we all went to dinner.
I know. It
What's
was like,
wrong
come
with him?
on.
What a girl.
Oh, we were laughing.
Why would you do
Food
that?
was great. And then caught Jimmy's show. Like I said, really funny. Killed.
Thank you, man.
And then it was time to hit the tables and pay for some of the stuff that I enjoyed.
How did you wind up doing?
Whoopsie. Down. Yeah, down. I had a great comeback because I was really down.
Whose ass is that? What's up?
That's Jimmy.
That's Norton?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's out on my balcony. Jimmy decided he was just going to let his dick swing in the breeze a
I
little.
was genuflecting.
Genuflecting. It's a ritual before any gig.
Just overlooking the woods.
I was
It's a
overlooking the
beautiful
woods. yes.
foliage to overlook, and
your
there's
dick's out.
his ass just facing the window of the balcony. Wonderful.
Yeah, you can't really see my penis. You can just see me looking pensively off into the distance.
You kind of got your hip kind of checked a little bit to one side. Very nice shot right there.
Very artistic.
Yeah, artistic. That's what I
That should
call
be
it.
your next album cover.
I wish he would have fallen over the balcony and they found him with his pants down,
Am I-
splattered.
Or my dick got caught in the railing and the helmet got ripped off. That was, what day was that? That was
That was
Friday.
right when we got there, kind of Friday, yeah.
Because Thursday,
Why did you feel like you had to have your dick out?
why wouldn't you? Is the question.
Breeze was
Yeah.
nice.
Did it felt good on your
Wonderful.
balls?
Yeah, it was refreshing.
The nice fall air.
I was getting over illness. I was very sick.
Oh, you got to fucking cool off the fever bag.
Yeah.
I was Thursday night. We did the show, and I was going to come back, so we left about 10:30. And can I tell you the story?
Oh yeah.
We
puking and
dude, it was
construction and
what
detours.
a nightmare.
Just a mess, huh?
Dude, I think we were lost for about 50 minutes in those fucking woods around the hotel.
Yeah.
But how could you be lost?
I don't know, because somebody doesn't wear his glasses when he drives, and when it says 95 right lane, we have to make a left, and then 95 south would have been in the right lane.
Can I stop you for a second? Isn't it one road to Foxwoods, basically?
No. Not
You
at that
get off
point.
95 and then what? There's a bunch of roads, or is it one road leading to Foxwoods?
It's a 6-mile road from 95 to 2.
And why doesn't he have GPS yet?
Because he has the OnStar, which is hideous. It's like you
don't use that unless your nav is broken.
Here's what happens. We're supposed to make a left and then stay in the right lane in the 95 South.
Yeah.
Which would have put us on Route 2 to 95 South.
Sure.
But he says he sees right lane sign, and fucking Panicky Pete in a rainstorm makes the right. It was like the fucking. It was like a Rocky Horror Show. Stupid Brad and Janet.
Yes.
And as we're riding on these back roads, I'm starting to feel like queasy. And I'm getting like really queasy. And he goes, let's turn around and go back. But we had gone like 3 miles. I'm like, no, just call in your OnStar. So when you call in the OnStar, it's a live operator, and it gives you one line at a time.
At a time. It's stupid.
So we're in these back roads, and we're doing these twisty, turny roads, and I'm like, pull over. It was pouring rain. I'm nauseous, and it's like because of the rain and the headlights and the fucking trees, I'm looking through a tunnel with just rain falling, and it was like fucking vertigo.
Yeah.
So I'm like, stop, and he kept stopping, and I was just getting out in that rainstorm Thursday night, standing there trying to make myself puke just to get it up. I couldn't puke.
Like that.
Oh, God.
You weren't able to do that.
No.
Look at that guy
Looking at power booting photos.
That's good.
I was trying to, and I could not get the vomit out. So I kept getting back in the car.
That's my favorite, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
It's moshing guy puking out his nose and mouth. It's a classic. It's been around for years.
Yeah, it almost looks like a frat guy.
I think that could be like one of the first like internet pictures. Like I remember seeing that when I had like AOL in 1994.
And just laughing your balls off.
Yeah. It's a major power boot.
I laughed really hard after it took 15 minutes to download.
Yeah.
One guy looks like Florentine on the end.
Oh, yeah. Young
A little
Florentine.
bit. So you never puked?
No, I did, but not until I get back. Like I couldn't puke standing there. I kept trying to puke, and I couldn't puke. So there was one point where I had him stop probably 3 times in a 10-minute period or a 5-minute period. It was that bad.
I would have made a long ride home.
But every time we tried to get back to the hotel, because we finally just put the drive, like, fuck it, just take me back to the hotel. I can't make this trip. We would hit, how many road closures? 2 road closures? It was like,
Why were they closing the roads?
I don't know.
It's the middle of the night and it's a rainstorm.
And there's woods.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Dude, it was
What, do
so...
the deer need to cross some highways?
So... There were no highways. These were like 1-lane roads. And we got back to the hotel, I think 50 minutes after we had left. And I just went up to the room and I made myself vomit. It was like that 24-hour bug. But it was fucking... I can't remember ever being that queasy. It was fucking horrendous. Worst ride of my life.
What?
Club was amazing, though. But
Good spot.
fucking loved it, dude.
Crowds were good. Fans were good.
It's a brand new
Nice.
club.
Yeah.
Patrice was there the week before. I think Nick is there next week, and they got a great lineup.
That's a strong
And they treat
lineup.
comedians nicely. It was fucking so rare to walk into a place where the staff is friendly and they're happy you're there. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, who are you expecting? Oh, the comedy show?
That's because it just opened. Give them time.
Give them time to get to know the
time.
comedians.
Oh, yeah.
To get Jaden realize all you comedians are just scum.
Complete assholes.
They're the same people that have comics in New York, so that's like they understand comics, and I really was.
So it's comics that is expanding?
It's called comics, yeah.
Damn, look at that.
Yeah.
That's very good for those guys.
So it was. I loved it, man. I loved being up there, and I actually had a great time. Normally at clubs, you just do them, but this was. It was great, man. The crowds were fucking great.
Yeah.
Bummed
Yeah.
I missed this one.
Yeah, you should have come, man. It was really good.
Oh, that would have been a good one to go to. And we got to get Kenny some GPS. Enough of the OnStar,
Dude, I
Kenny.
gave him a TomTom one time.
Enough.
And they're not the greatest, but the TomToms are okay.
Something.
He just won't use it. He won't use that or his glasses.
How about we get it installed in his
with him?
car?
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't that car just come? Like, can't you have that car with nav in it? Like, couldn't you have ordered that car with the factory installed navigation system?
It was completely my fault what happened Thursday night. I took a wrong turn.
I wasn't blaming myself.
Yeah,
I think Jimmy
you don't
made
have
it.
to take the blame.
Yeah, I think Jimmy made it very clear
It was laid
whose
upon
problem
you.
that was.
But
Yeah.
doesn't your make of car have an option where you could have factory installed GPS?
Yeah, but at the time I purchased the vehicle, there were no vehicles on the lot.
Oh, you wanted to do so? How long would it have taken you to wait a little?
Yeah, but it was circumstances. Like my son turned 17, so I was giving him my old truck, and I had to purchase a new truck immediately. And it was at the time where like GM was, all the car companies were bankrupt, and because the economy.
Can't you go back now and have a factory installed GPS put into your vehicle so it's not like some schleppy thing or wires around or anything?
It's
Looks nice.
$2,000. You could get like a
TomTom for nothing because you have one.
No, I have Jimmy's TomTom, and
He uses the Ken.
Yeah, exactly.
No glasses and line-by-line directions.
Which makes the wrong turn.
Yeah. If I didn't make that wrong turn, he probably would have been fine because...
Yeah, but you wouldn't have made that wrong turn with a GPS.
Correct.
Thank God you don't drive a lot, so you don't really need the GPS.
I would have gotten sick
Holy
anyway,
shit.
though. That nausea hit me. You know when it hits you when all of a sudden you feel sick? Like, I don't feel too good. And then your entire body is covered in a sheen of cooling sweat. And you're like, that's puke feeling.
And then you feel it like in your stomach. You're like, and your throat starts closing up. You're like, oh, I'm going to fucking puke.
It was worse because we were going in circles on mountain roads. Oof. But even going straight down 95, I would have gotten sick because I was sick when I got back to the room.
Yeah.
And the next day I still felt sick. But I felt better by showtime.
Yeah.
But I didn't even feel. I only ate once until show. I didn't even feel safe eating before the show.
You should have seen poor little Jimmy. They're bringing out, like, we ordered our main course at Paragon, and then they just kept bringing out, the chef kept coming out and bringing out appetizer after appetizer. Just amazing stuff. Yeah, and Jimmy's like, no, I got to, I'm doing a show and I wasn't feeling good. And said, well, that looks delicious. And he'd grab it and eat some.
Fish, wonton, all this great food.
Oh, it was amazing.
But the chef said, like, all the food came from, like, around the world. Like, they just had, like, the fresh crab legs, like, flown in from the deadliest catch boats.
Yeah.
And he got truffles from wherever he got them from.
Truffles were great. The goddamn king crab legs was silly. Like a caveman, I was ripping those
ate
apart.
those. Because those are bland enough where you can eat them where they're not like too oily, like an al dente thing.
Yeah.
There was some stuff I was just nervous because it was fried.
I was very nervous.
Yeah.
And the steak was amazing, wasn't it, Ken?
I think in my 53 years on Earth, that was arguably the best piece of meat I've ever had.
Wow, look at you.
Quite the endorsement.
That would have been better if you didn't say arguably.
Arguably.
Isn't he terrific?
The food was amazing, though. It was fucking great.
Sounds like a good weekend.
I had to wake up early this morning, like right after. I was up when Kenny called. I gave him my wake-up call because I got home, really didn't do anything but crapped right out once the car dropped us off.
When did you get home?
About 6-ish.
Oh, Sunday, okay.
6-ish. And just by 7, I was in bed asleep. I was pretty exhausted. We do that. Our timeline completely flips nocturnal. We're up in the day, nighttime, completely asleep in the daytime. And again, I got to say, these Asians and their cigarettes, they can't stop. So I woke up this morning, I'm just reeking of smoke.
Oh, you're allowed to smoke up there?
Yeah. Indian casinos love the smoking because they sell the cigarettes.
Oh, yeah,
they sell the cigarettes. So
they don't have a non-smoking area?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
but
do,
it doesn't
but
really
it doesn't matter. You got to walk through the areas.
Right.
I mean, and if you got to walk through the slot machine area to get to the tables, there's Asians with like 8 cigarettes per hand, just clouds of smoke you're walking through. And so I had to get up early and wash that filth off of me.
And wash?
Wash. I had a wash.
Why didn't you wash when you got home yesterday?
Too goddamn tired.
A big, nice, long, fucking hot shower.
I was
Get all the slime off.
I had no energy to lift my hands to shampoo my hair. I was done. I had to just crap out. And then I slept from like 7:30 until I got up this morning.
Showtime.
So it was a nice long sleep.
How many hours at the table?
Many. I think Saturday, it was from Friday after Jimmy's show, started right away.
When did Jimmy's show end?
The early show, so.
It was only one show. Oh, Friday, right. That's
Friday.
Right.
9:30,
Done by
10 o'clock?
9:30.
Done by 9:30, so about 10 o'clock I started, and I went until about 10 o'clock the next morning.
Holy shit.
So
That's
was
amazing.
a good overnight, 12 hours straight.
We went and saw him a little while after the Late Show.
Yes.
And he wasn't his best night, I guess, at the tables. They were beating him pretty badly.
Was there yelling and screaming? Was there a pillow involved?
No, it
pillow.
wasn't that bad. It was more like, why are you doing this? How do you get that? And I was actually with him. I'm like, how the fuck do they get these cards?
I'd whip my head around, look at Jimmy Allman, and go, did you see that?
Dude, he would get a jack and a 4. What do you do with that shit?
and then you'd see the dealer with a jack, and you know what's underneath.
A 4 and then a 7.
Yeah. Or just an ace or whatever. It really is amazing when they get on those runs. Jesus. I did get on a really good run, though, by about 6 in the morning. So from 6 in the morning till 10 in the morning, I was really just pounding them. And Keith kept just grabbing stacks of chips, going back to the cage, paying off markers, and then he'd come back from paying off the marker. I'd have another stack of chips. He'd grab them, go back. So it was working really well. It was like a nice assembly line we had going. But then it was just to the point where we were fucking exhausted. And I was working on like 5 espressos because they stopped serving booze. I know. They stopped serving booze at like 1:30.
Right.
Do they really?
Yeah. So there was no more booze at the table. So I'm just like, let me have an espresso. So they bring one, and I just kept going, another espresso.
Did you need the booze, though, really?
I was,
you desperately needed the booze?
Never hurts.
Maybe you have to get a flask.
A flask.
I think you're heading into a flask.
No, there are ways around things. We'll just put it that way. But
I would imagine
there are ways around
are.
things. As Danny smiles, yes, there are ways around.
5 espressos, though. Holy
yeah.
shit.
So I was just shaking. I'm like, rah! And then just exhausted. So I went back to the room.
I would love to know the numbers. I know you don't talk numbers.
I never talk numbers, but it was
big numbers.
I took a beating. It wasn't giant. But it was one of those beatings where I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm cutting my losses.
Was the number big enough where you technically paid for everything this weekend?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I know you've had weekends where you basically didn't pay for nothing and brought some cash home,
some cake home.
But it's safe to say that pretty much you paid for your way this time.
Put it this way: if I had to pay for that room. Sure. That was crazy enough. So
yeah, but they don't really
very happy about that.
They don't really charge anyone for that room, right? Isn't it for the high rollers mostly?
No, I don't think anybody ever pays for that room.
Right.
But if you had to pay for it, wow.
Yeah, I saw the picture of it. Holy
fucking
shit.
unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Chocolate covered pretzels when you get in. In Anthony, my room. No chocolate-covered pretzels.
But here's the difference. Jimmy, very excited about the chocolate-covered pretzels. What were you excited about in the room, Anthony?
Right there, the bar area.
Exactly.
I took a Pano shot.
See how different these two are.
I'll plug that app, too. Let me tell you something. There's an app called Pano for iPhone.
Yeah.
And you could take pictures in almost 360 degrees. Well, you can in 360 degrees, and it stitches it together. So that is a panoramic shot of part of the room. That's without the bedrooms or anything.
Can I tell you something about this app? I saw this picture on your Twitter, and I really thought it was a picture from the website.
Yeah.
It has that feel like that would be the top of the website.
Yeah. You can see there's a dining room way in the back, and then if you keep going around that corner, there's a bedroom, giant bedroom.
Right.
And great room, nice bar. Which fully stocked, and anything we needed, like we got up, there was no Captain Morgan. Called down, some Captain Morgan, please. Boom, they bring it right up.
You're forgetting something. Circle what you can see on the table, Dan. In the white box, for the love of Christ. Those are the pretzels.
The pretzels are actually
the chocolate-covered pretzels.
Chocolate-covered pretzels are in the shot, thank God. So it doesn't look like all debauchery.
And that's a 180 shot. That wasn't even what was behind me or anything.
I know. We can figure that out.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, it was,
that's amazing.
That looks like a website shot, though. You're right.
Yeah. Like the top of a website, right? Too bad the view was kind of bad, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking over these. It looked like
forest.
You ever see at the end of Cuckoo's Nest? That where he was, it was all these trees. That's exactly what this place reminded me of, where Cuckoo's Nest was set.
Fucking A, man.
Oh, it was fucking fantastic. I hadn't been to Foxwoods in 10 years. I went there with Ben Bailey many years ago to do a gig. And when I walked in the building the first time I went, I'm like, you don't want to leave. It's like a weird vibe that the building has.
That's what they try to do.
And that's
their goal, to make sure you never leave until you're broke.
When you're nauseous, the building calls you back. That's what happened. I was trying to come home. I'm like, if I was a gambler, you know how spooked I'd be by this? Because I got sick and the building made me come back.
Made you come back.
It's like Lost.
Did you guys go on any hikes or anything?
What? Yes, I did.
You were in the middle of the woods. There must be some nice hikes.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice hiking trails.
I went fucking from my room down to Junior's, which was like the Junior's in New York, and ate deli food. Was fucking amazing, and I ate there every day.
Was your room good?
Yeah.
Turned out all right?
Yeah, it was. Ant's was better because his was in the newer part of the hotel, the Pequot suite.
Yes, the Pequot Towers.
But mine was, they gave me a nice fucking huge room. It's as big as my apartment.
You guys steal anything from the hotel rooms?
You don't steal when they bring you the stuff.
Did you borrow stuff?
We might have taken some bottles of booze that were around. You know, if there's a full bottle of Captain Morgan, why wouldn't I take it and put it in my bar at home?
Course.
You know, but it's not like I'm shoving towels and soap in there. You know. But
I never take from hotel rooms. It's weird.
Yeah.
Why would you?
I don't know what. Some stuff is really nice, man. You stay in a room like his. Fuck me, I would take the sofa in that fucking room.
A moving van. You just
Just walk through the casino with the mattress because you really liked it.
And they'd probably let him.
Yeah, they probably would. Enjoy the mattress, Mr. Cumia.
You should test them next time. You should absolutely test them.
Yeah.
Just fucking take the mattress and walk through the casino and see. And then you show them your credentials. They're like, okay, I'm sorry.
Well,
what were we thinking?
Yeah.
Dude, the chef came over to the table before we ate.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a high roller. They really make you feel good. The comic, I'm lucky the fucking waitress came over at Junior's. The high roller, though, in that amazing restaurant we ate at.
And you never even have to. You don't have to pick appetizers because you're getting every appetizer. They bring it over for everybody. And then clear it away, and the next one comes in.
Must be
nice. Prosciutto. Oh, the prosciutto, they melt in your mouth.
That was fucking good.
Everything was amazing.
Grilled cheese, even. A little thing of grilled cheese and some ham on the side, which sounds like it'd be very amateurish. Amazing.
Yeah, you're eating it going, this is the best grilled cheese ever. We had a great time. Had a really good time. They treated us like gold. It was great.
Like it'd be very amateurish. Amazing.
Yeah, you're eating it going, this is the best grilled cheese ever. We had a great time. Had a really good time. They treated us like gold. It was great. We will be back.
What's your favorite casino?
I
probably
would
shouldn't
never
say.
You know why? They all
I think you
have.
Don't you have 3 right now competing?
I got 3. They all have their great points. And each one a little different than the next,
I hear.
So
I knew you weren't going to answer.
It's like trying to, if you have 3 children,
Can I guess which one it is?
trying to pick your favorite.
Can I guess which one it is?
Yeah, you can guess. You'll probably be right. Because, the bottom line is the bottom line, and you don't even have to finish. Yes.
Okay.
That, of course, is.
Let me see.
I know why, too.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're all great. Yeah.
Well, he's had some good runs. If you have some good runs, right?
Oh, again, that also. There are certain casinos.
Who has the best? Let me ask you this question: which casino has the hottest girls?
I'm just gonna say it because I'm not insulting anybody, and maybe it'll help.
Well, you got to help out these casinos.
I'm being honest and critiquing the Borgata. You will come in your pants just watching the Borgata babes walk past you.
Did you?
They are amazingly hot.
Yeah.
Foxwoods girls. Not so much. Now, all I could think is it's probably very difficult to get hot girls either in that area to live in an area because it's pretty desolate around there.
Around the casino.
Or commute to Foxwoods.
So you got the locals.
Got locals. Atlantic City.
You got Philly chicks.
You got Philly chicks. You got like hot girls that could just commute there. So it's probably a lot harder to get the hotties that they get at the Borgata.
Borgata has really hot chicks, but then you go to, I don't even want to name the other casinos.
The Trop.
You go
the Trop. It was like the woman I see at the diner at 3 a.m. with the egg plates up her arms and the pencil in her bun.
Where those boobs are pushed in.
Ugh, disgusting.
And just kind of like, well, how do you explain it? They're spilling out the boob
pushing out. She's got back fat boobs.
There you go. Yeah.
Who needs that crap?
Good enough.
No, the Borgata babes are by far. They knew what they were doing when they hired those girls and gave them a name and everything. So
what's their name?
Borgata babes.
Borgata babes.
They call them that. They're known as that.
They have calendars and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And one hotter than the next.
Yeah, they're all
right. Really hot. So and then when you got a casino like that cuts off at 1:30, these girls probably aren't making the money that they would.
Wait, can I ask you
when
something?
It's 24-hour drinking?
Why do they cut off the drinking at 1:30?
Connecticut law.
Connecticut law is 1:30?
1:30, stop drinking.
I thought they were fucking around with that shit.
No.
They have some really strange laws regarding drinking. They won't give you a second drink unless you've completely finished your first one. So you know how sometimes you'll order a beer, you'll have a quarter left when it comes.
Yeah.
They will not give you that second beer until
the waitress will stand there with the beer on her tray.
Is that an actual law?
While you chug down the
Oh, so that's making people chug. Because that's not gonna prevent you from slowing down your drinking.
I've given back like half a beer though, and been like, give me another one. This one's pissy warm.
All
Why
right.
not? Fuck
Or
it.
if you give up that beer,
they're free. You might as well,
If you give up the backwash beer, then they'll give you the fresh one.
Yeah, you could give it up. You don't have to finish it.
That's a dumb law.
Yeah, I don't know that. And then the 1:30 thing is weird because it's 1:30 and you're sitting there, and now by 3 o'clock you're going to start feeling a hangover.
1:30 in a casino is really weird, especially.
Yeah.
Maybe
you
out and
just
about.
go 24 hours.
Maybe out and about 1:30 is not as bad, especially up in that area.
I've been there 8 in the morning at some casinos, and hey,
when do they?
Bud Light, please.
Starts back up at 8.
I don't know what time they start.
What's the downtime?
I think. Excuse me. I think during the week or up until Saturday, I think it's like 9.
9 in the morning.
I think. But on Sunday, like if it's Saturday night. Going into Sunday.
That's noon, right?
They cut you off from 1:30 to noon.
Ouch.
That's
why you got
casino's got.
That's why you got to call your butler and be like,
"Hi, yeah, this is Anthony Cumia's room. Could you send up 53 Bud Light bottles, please, in ice bucket? Thank you, and another bottle of Captain Morgan and Grey Goose. What else do we need? Some orange juice. What else do we need?
Large bottles of soda.
Big, large bottles of soda.
That will spill out.
Yeah. Spill out and fill up with something else.
Oh, I got it. Very nice. Good job, boys.
Well, you got to improvise, adapt, overcome.
Was there a lot of
Simplify.
The drinking was out of hand, or?
No, you know something? It's been way more out of hand, that's for sure.
Under control, sort of?
Yeah. I was feeling a little queasy on Saturday. But Dr. Danny prescribed a very light Captain Morgan and Coke to start with, and then slowly increase the dosage of Captain Morgan to Coke ratio.
When you're going through withdrawal,
That's the only thing.
You need to feel better.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yes. Dr. Danny had the perfect mixture of how to wean myself back onto booze.
Hair of the dog, the bitch.
Yep. That was it.
All right, very good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. How's everybody doing with their Fox television? Everybody good? Oh, that's right. That's right.
I heard about Cablevision.
I'm fine in New York. We have Time Warner.
Did you get
Time Warner.
Fios?
Huh?
You getting Fios?
I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh.
I didn't make the building meeting, so I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting for the memo.
Okay.
But I'm turning over to Fios. Fuck these cable companies. Enough already.
This is
People
another
got
just
fucked.
cable. Yeah.
Now, Cablevision is where? Is it all over the country, or is it just in the New York area? I don't know where it is.
New York, some upstate, Philly.
So it's Philly and New York area mostly?
Yeah.
They fucked over their customers, man.
They completely.
Then again, we all know customers don't mean shit to these corporations.
No. And that's the
It doesn't matter what corporation, by the way.
That's who's taking it up the ass is the customer. If you're you want Fox to watch, maybe you want to see the Phillies game. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe.
So in New York, people couldn't see the Giants game, right? And playoff baseball in general,
right?
And then Philly.
You could see the Yankee game because that was on TBS.
Okay, right.
But
but the Giants, a lot of football
fans.
a
lot of football fans. Giant games, you weren't seeing that.
So a lot of people didn't get to see the Giants yesterday?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's enraging. And then in Philly, they didn't get to see the Phillies game?
Didn't get to see the Phillies game.
They have Cablevision. A lot of the guys down there have Comcast, though.
If this stretches out, the World Series is on Fox. But
I'm saying to Fox, just fucking do it. Because then they'll break up these cable companies. Just do it.
Do what?
Don't negotiate. Let it go away.
Oh, don't give Cablevision
Don't give
Fox.
in. No.
Oh.
And then let people figure it out on their own. They'll get their DirecTV, their Fios, and other ways to get their
Fox
channels.
Or is it cable? Cablevision stinks.
That's just it. The blame between these two goes back and forth to
that's a
where
good
no
point.
one understands whose fault it is. It's like Cablevision says, well, Fox can give us their programming and we'll play it through negotiations. And then Fox says, well, Cablevision's holding us hostage and they're keeping us off. And no one gets the real deal of what happens. After the last debacle with Cablevision, I didn't give a fuck whose fault it was, who pulled the channel or who threw it off their system. I was not dealing with Cablevision anymore. So
Right.
whether it was Fox's fault or not, or last time it was ABC's,
Well, let's be honest. It's both their faults.
I said, fuck you, I'm going to Fios.
There's a greed thing going on. Fox pulled
yeah.
their channels, is what Danny's telling me. So, and by the way, also just so we have the info, most people do have Comcast in Philly. So it must be the outskirts of Philly?
Yeah, whoever it is, they're fucked.
Yeah.
You know? And then Long Island is a big Cablevision place.
So Long Island really got fucked.
So Long Island got fucked, and if it does go into the World Series, I think people will be very angry that they can't get the World Series here in New York if the Yankees.
But it doesn't matter if the
World
customer
Series.
gets angry. What you know? What?
Oh, it does. No,
what-
it does. It does. It may matter with me.
Yeah, you were able to get Fios.
And dude, it was one of those deals where I have like fucking 5 converter boxes in my house. I got TVs all over
Let me
the
slow
place.
you down though. When
it really fucked Cablevision.
When you went to Fios, because what was the problem back
ABC.
then? ABC, okay. So ABC had the same thing going on that's going on now
and
with
their
Fox.
shitty service and signal.
So how many people you think said fuck Cablevision after that?
Enough where they are sending fucking people out, stomping the streets and knocking on doors.
And trying to get them back.
And trying to get the customers back. And I like I said, I had a Cablevision rep come to my door a couple of weeks back, and I told him flat out, I said, I will not go back to Cablevision. There's nothing you could offer me. I told him, you could give me free cable, fully loaded for a year. I won't take it because why am I getting, I don't want free shitty service. I want to pay for good service.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting with Fios. So fuck your mother.
And then, of course, Fios will blow it somehow.
Well, when that happens, then I'll be
how
like,
these companies
that
are.
happened. But
It's
right
just
now,
how these companies are.
Right now, it really looks like they're trying hard to keep shit like this from happening, keep the customers happy. They're constantly updating and bringing new shit on board with Fios because they have, fiber optic right to your house. So there's a lot of interactive shit they could do. They got that red zone with the football fucking.
How great is that? I still don't have red zone.
You could check your teams if you have fantasy football, like
know.
right on the fucking screen.
Yeah,
you
we were
could
talking
line
about
up all that.
They got like an app or something.
It's great. They got widgets. For,
Widgets. Right.
Like you just go to fucking Twitter, Facebook.
It's just
Netflix. Like it's all in one place.
Compared to Fios, I mean, Time Warner is so just archaic.
Same thing with Cablevision.
I know.
And the
it's
guy's
like-
trying to tell me at the door. He's trying to tell me what they're working on. It's like I don't want to fucking pay for what you're working on. I want to pay for what you got, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, your TV should be doing a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
Than it does.
Yup.
And you're one of the lucky ones with the Fios.
Yeah, that's why I laugh now. I laugh at people without Fox. I was talking with Sam, who doesn't have Fox. He was very upset because he's got Cablevision.
He's not upset at all.
He was being a little sarcastic.
No, I don't think he was being sarcastic.
I was very upset that I don't have no data available channels. He has 2 no data available channels, and me with Fios, I can't get those channels.
Well, that's they're doing a marathon, the no data available marathon.
He's on season 5 already of no data available. And me, on the other hand, I have to, on purpose, I have to skip over Fox and my 9 so it doesn't give me the option. There's so many choices. I would love them to cut a couple down. But now I got to pass and go, oh, look, I have Fox, unlike Cablevision. Assholes.
Unbelievable.
Good.
They don't give a shit about you.
They don't. I've never had that problem with Time Warner where the channels have been cut off, but I hate them so much because they monopolize.
Yeah, it'll happen
They've monopolized it.
Dude, they never have to compete with each other. And they say it's the wiring and all that shit, but it's like, what other
bullshit.
business doesn't ever have to compete? They can
Nah.
do whatever they want.
Now you got to compete with Fios, so good luck.
And what's the average cable bill?
Mine is, I don't even know, 150, 160 maybe?
Yeah, it's probably
I'm
average.
about 200 because I'm getting a bunch of channels, and that's just insane.
What is yours, Ant, for Fios? Same thing? With
But
internet and
I
stuff?
get everything. I get internet.
For $200
internet, phone,
a month, I would
cable.
If I got all you got, that would be great.
Oh, you got phone too?
Phone too, yeah, because I got like 800 numbers coming into the house for the compound thing
I'm
that
just
I have
going
to
to go.
figure
As
out.
soon as they get Fios in my building, I'm getting Fios.
Yeah, it's just, and like I said, they don't advertise. No one's ever said anything to me. This is just based on my opinion of using their product for now. How long have I had it? Maybe 8-9 months.
It hasn't been that long.
When it was, I think it has been.
It's been a while already. Yeah.
Whenever the ABC, when was the ABC Cablevision fuck up? Because it was right after that.
It was around
I said,
February, March with the Oscars.
yeah, okay, yeah, because I said, fuck it.
So 7-8 months already. Fuck.
Couldn't be happier. Nary a problem. It just, you turn on your TV, you don't have to worry that you got to reboot your box again. That was another thing where now it doesn't sound like a big deal, and it really isn't. But when you hop into bed, right, and you pick up your remote and you hit it, and you're all snuggling in bed, you don't want to have to go, fuck, Get up, go to the box, reboot the fucking thing with your dick swinging in the breeze, and wait. Because, oh boy, at least the Cablevision boxes reboot real fast. How long does that take? 10 minutes? And it shuts off to the point where you don't even know if it's working anymore?
When I moved out to Long Island, I was forced to deal with Cablevision for like a week until I got my files. But holy fuck, those boxes, it really does take, and literally, I know it's not going to sound like a really, long period of time, but, if it takes 4 minutes to reboot that box, sit there with a timer, a stopwatch, and can't wait 4 minutes. It's a long fucking time.
And then 4 minutes of whatever you're watching, too. If you're watching a movie or a TV show, that's gone. And it just, there's no reason you should have to do that. By the way, I was doing that probably once a week, having to reboot the box to get the shittiest signal ever.
I'll tell you, like I said, when I was forced to deal with Cablevision, I only had it for about a week. But I can't even tell you how I lost count of how many times I had to reboot that box.
Infuriating.
In that 1 week.
And the guide would freeze up on you.
That fucking guide
sucks. Yes, E-Rock?
They also ping your box really late at night and adjust all the settings that you already put onto your box, like the volume or the picture or whatever.
Yeah.
Plus, they check your DVR settings, so you turn the box on the next day. Everything's back to their factory setting.
Why do they do that?
I have no idea, but it's always really late at night. You hear the box turn on while you're sleeping, and then it
the
clicks.
box shuts off.
Oh, that's what that
time.
is? I thought that was a ghost.
Like, I like having my TV on all night. I'm one of those people, I like sleeping with the TV on. I turn the volume down low, I put on something I've seen 1,000 times, and then I could just drift off to sleep, whatever. With Fios, your fucking TV will stay on all night. I wake up in the morning, and I'll, turn up and start watching the news. I don't have to turn my TV back on. Cablevision, they cut the fucking thing off. They just shut your box off in the middle of the night, and there's no option to keep the fucking thing on.
We get it. You
Pricks.
love Fios.
No, I hate Cablevision.
And the hard drive.
I think you work for Fios.
Yeah.
E-Rock,
fuck them.
I heard that you're moving because you can't get Fios in your building.
Well, we've been planning on it, but this was the last straw because now
the last straw was you can't get Fios, so you're moving.
Yeah.
Why can't you get it?
The landlord.
It's a straw that broke the elephant's back.
And I'm the elephant, right? Okay.
Oh no, E-Rock.
I like your new strategy, by the way. It's terrific.
Keep eating. Sorry, Rock. It was a timing joke, not realistic.
E-Rock loves his food. He's finally admitting it.
On the website, it says, it's in your area. You can get it. So you call the phone number to get it in your building. Then I find out the landlord wouldn't let Verizon in the building. There's 15 apartments in my building, and we were told the landlord wouldn't let them in.
Like Michael Corleone and the fucking Enzo the baker standing out front of the building. Don't let Fios in.
You make fun, but there's some deals going on.
I bet you're right.
There's absolutely deals
going on. There's got to be kickbacks.
Of course there is.
I'm alleging that there's kickbacks going on with buildings.
I would bet money on that.
Yeah.
I would guess.
They go from building.
Uncover that scandal.
They go from building to building, and they're making little deals with each other.
Yeah, yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely, man.
So what happened? You said you talked to your landlord.
I'm talking to him either today or tomorrow because he wasn't around over the weekend. But Verizon said, your landlord wouldn't let Verizon service in the building.
Ooh, motherfucker.
How the fuck can that happen?
Well, he owns the building, so I guess he can
say
whether
that.
But why would he say that unless
I don't know. Yeah.
Unless it's in his best interest to do that.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
I better not find out my building is not getting Fios. So there's going to be an ugly incident in the lobby.
Nice.
Of me shitting.
Right in the middle of the lobby.
That's what I do to protest. I shit in the middle of my lobby.
E-Rock, there's rumors that you might be a hoarder.
Yes, I was hearing about this morning.
Okay.
Well, it started out, we were talking about the baseball.
There's been a few people that have been through your house. I've never been to your house, but some people are saying you may be close to officially being a hoarder, with like hallways that are starting to be almost impassable.
A lot of toys, a lot of collectible things, and then just
a lot of
boxes.
piles.
Like, do you have to navigate your way through hallways because there's boxes in places?
No, the hallways not really, but the living room is getting to be a bit of an issue with with DVDs.
Hoarder.
Just piles of DVDs in the hallway.
Yeah.
Can we get pictures of your house?
I really would like to see if he's a hoarder.
Yeah, well, and then we'll make it official or not.
Because it's starting. It's beginning.
You can't throw shit away, E-Rock?
No, I throw a lot of other shit away, but like there's certain things that I'll just keep, which like the DVDs, I won't get rid of them. I got rid of almost all my CDs.
But why won't you get rid of DVDs that you know you're never going to watch again?
Because I
Why
do watch.
Why do you sit there and go, this is a good one, I'm keeping this. Why was this on the truck? Shut up, you lunatic. Hate the hoarder.
Do you know what I bought? My gay friend inspired me to buy this.
Oh, big butt plug.
I knew if I paused there was going to be a problem.
Yes.
I bought one of those books that you can put like discs in, like a disc, like we open it and there's 50 pages. Yeah. I put all my DVDs in that, and I put the boxes down in storage. Not that I'm ever going to use them. I should just throw them out, but to get signed. But I'm a little hoarder with that, so I put them in storage in a box. My fucking apartment has no DVDs laying around. It's great.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've used a DVD in a while.
Sam, what do you got? You had to run down the hall for
Yes,
this.
I'm sure it has to do with E-Rock.
By the way, congratulations on your whole Fox thing.
Oh, thank you.
I heard you weren't a big Fox fan, so now that you don't have it, you're very happy.
It's nice to not even have the choice, right?
Well, the thing is, I've been watching Hell's Kitchen all season, and every week it's like, well, I know what I'm doing tonight, and now finally I don't have to worry about it because mid-season it's gone.
See, isn't that good?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's great for you.
Like, it's not anything I have to worry about. So, like, Wednesday night or whatever night it's on, I can't even DVR. I just don't even worry about it at all.
Because you can't get it.
It frees you up to do other things.
I just forget.
What are you doing instead of watching Hell's Kitchen now? Now that you have all this free time.
Now I'll have to take up a hobby. Maybe I'll, like, learn piano or something.
See?
So what do you got on E-Rock in his hoarding?
He didn't mention his office. He just talked about the living room.
Oh.
And is it true that the hallways are starting to get a little impassable?
Well, the thing is,
almost have to walk sideways.
The hallway's narrow.
Once you go sideways, there's
What do you think's going to
back.
end up killing E-Rock? The DVDs falling on top of him, and they find him 2 weeks later?
No, he'll
under
be
his DVDs.
He'll be lost in his office under Simpsons and wrestling paraphernalia.
Big Simpsons collector, are you?
I got some toys.
The hallway isn't.
Do you got the stills? The famous stills? I got a friend in L.A. that collects those.
No,
What those?
Whatever they're
cells?
called, the cells, right.
I'm getting one, a Baba Louie.
I wish. Never mind.
He doesn't have cells and stuff. He has like action figures and like things that aren't like expensive or.
Right, a cell would probably be something cool, like
Right.
an actual signed cell framed and put up on the wall. But he's got like
crappy shit.
Like a squeaky comic book guy.
But yeah, exactly.
Like a rubber ducky comic book guy.
But that's the problem with the hallway, that the hallway is naturally narrow and somewhat dark. And the walls of the hallway leading are covered in framed pictures and posters, so it gives the illusion
that it's even narrower,
that it's caving in on you because there's just things everywhere.
Right,
Do you have Pin Pal Mo?
That's a rare one.
No, I don't have that series now.
Oh.
Why don't you have Pin Pal Mo?
He's all
Because
dressed up for bowling.
It got too ridiculous. It's like, here's all the original figures, then they make all the variations. of
Wait,
those
is that Pin Pal Mo an original?
No, that's a variation.
So is that expensive?
It's probably 14, 15 bucks.
Well, here's
what do
what
you
he's
do
not,
with it
Here's what he's not mentioning.
Kick it.
That he didn't buy these when they first came out under the excitement of, oh, they're in stores, I got to pick them up, it's an impulse buy.
Right.
He started, these were in stores 5 years ago. He started collecting 1 year ago. He just bought them all on eBay.
No, I had the original
At
family.
super inflated prices.
Yeah, he just kept getting packages of Simpsons figures until his fiance told him to knock it off.
Wow, she did, huh?
Yeah, she said.
Do you know, by the way, all that shit's going when you get married?
Probably.
Do you know, it's not probably, E-Rock. It's definitely.
I'll take
a
some
girl
of it.
is not going to come in to a house.
Well, they live together already.
But it doesn't matter. Marriage gives the girl a license to clean house.
Oh, and then they're going to move? So guess what? Let's leave these in the boxes for now.
The big
no. E-Rock will have a man cave.
The big blue
Simpsons man cave.
The big blue got junk trucks are going to pull up in front of the house.
There are some piles that were made for eBay now.
Yeah.
The stuff you just bought on eBay is going back on eBay.
Back to eBay.
Yeah, but
How about your balls? Because those are going to be readily available once you get married.
It's not like I'm using them now. So.
Oh, damn.
E-Rock's office is a problem.
Yeah.
That's where, like, piles of stuff are and lots of toys and, like, a toy $1 million belt is hanging above the door.
A toy? I like how he calls it a toy.
Well, it is a toy. It's not like a replica.
Sam wishes he had it.
Yeah, but
No,
this is
'cause
coming
you
from a
bought it-
guy that also collects toys.
Yeah.
So they're fighting. These two are fighting.
Who's the bigger twat?
Hey, we've
Right.
traded stuff too.
We have traded.
Oh, really?
Ew, what did you
Hopefully
trade?
AIDS.
So why are you making fun of his toy belt if you got one too, Sam?
Because I would have said it when you asked me. And he came out and just said, yeah, I collect DVDs, and didn't mention that he's got a toy chest in his office.
What'd you two trade with toys?
Toy
I wish I had a toy chest.
Yeah, what you guys trade
Just
back and
thumbtack
forth?
to the wall.
Well, when they put out wrestlers, when it's their first figure of this wave,
Yeah.
they come with limited edition title belts. So I gave him a John Cena, and he gave me an Undertaker.
That doesn't seem fair.
Why?
I think the Undertaker one beats the shit out of the John Cena one.
I thought so too, especially since I found 9 John Cenas in stores.
Of course. Who
So
wants those? You want the Undertaker one.
That was an easy trade for me.
You know what I think? No one
What?
gives a shit.
Well, why'd you ask?
Cares.
You guys asked.
I would,
Cares.
I would
Gives a
trade
shit.
both of those for a garbage can.
Let's go in there
Did
with
you dock to seal the deal?
Yeah. Did you make the
Shook
two
dicks.
figures kiss as you two kissed? Look, you smushed their little fucking wrestling figure and lips together. While you two fruits connected your fucking awful skin dick.
Do you guys trade semen too?
No, of course
yeah.
not.
When you're docking?
Like blood brothers, only with cum?
Do you guys dock?
No, that's
when you're
ridiculous.
trading?
That would
No,
be
of
silly,
course
right?
Are you sure you don't dock?
No, neither. We're both circumcised. Neither has foreskin.
Do you have to clear things off to do things in your office? Like, is it covered with shit? And
Like, do you have to clear food off to eat?
E-Rock, you think your toys are going away when you get married?
Yeah,
Some of them
I vote
are.
yes.
Yeah.
I definitely think they
I
are.
vote yes.
I think his fiance is very frustrated.
she's
with collecting.
she's like a real woman.
Does she collect
She's not
shit too?
She's not a kid that wants toys around her fucking house.
Does she collect too, E-Rock?
Yeah, but she collects things I guess an adult would collect.
Like what?
Fat men.
Are you trying to lose weight for your wedding, E-Rock?
Does it look it?
Holy shit!
I am so
God bless you,
bummed. I have to. I'm in Poughkeepsie the weekend he's getting married, and I had to send out my decline.
Ooh.
I never care about missing a wedding, but this one, I'm so
I know. I would like to see
fucking bummed I can't
I
be
know,
there.
but
Man.
There's a lot of family that has been telling me that they're so disappointed that you're not going because they wanted to meet you.
Yeah, literally do this. It's I'm
gonna
not
be a
even
good
plugging
wedding.
bananas in
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie. It's just one of those gigs where the money is. I can't. They already started selling tickets. I can't do it.
Can I tell you
for
something about
business.
this wedding? Eastside Dave is going to fuck this wedding up.
Oh,
he is
no,
going
he's
to
there.
ruin.
I'm hearing rumors.
Oh,
He is
great.
He's
going.
going there just to fuck it up.
Yes,
Thank
he will
God.
destroy Eric Nagel's big day.
Okay, I gotta reschedule some shit.
It's gonna be great.
I am
I
so
really think I wanna
bummed
go to
I
this.
can't go to this
His
wedding.
wife sent the RSVP card with highlighted saying, "Are you sure you really want Dave there?"
It's a huge mistake.
Wait, his wife did that?
Yeah.
It is a
I'm
huge
thinking of
mistake.
framing it.
He's been going on special delivery for the last 3 weeks and talking about how excited he is to fuck up Eric's wedding.
Oh no!
Because he just fucked up somebody else's wedding, and now he's got it in his blood. that
He
needs
fucked
to
up
do
his
it.
own. Jesus, come on, let's be real.
It's
One
an
month.
open bar.
Oh God!
What are you doing? Why would you
And he
invite
can say
Dave?
things like almost like a joke, like, yeah, I'm going to fuck the wedding up. But once he gets drunk, he'll really think, I have to fuck this wedding up.
We went out with him one time and he started doing American History X quotes in the middle of a bar.
Oh, remember that? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, was that brutally awkward? Oof.
He just likes the movie.
Yeah.
No. He was sitting and it was like family seating or something.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
All right, we're a month out from the big E-Rock wedding.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. Mm-hmm. We should take a break so we can get into some shit.
Yeah. Like my sandwich.
Why is my phone just black now? It won't open.
What?
I don't know.
What happened? Press the button. You press the
I'm hitting the button.
The button.
The button?
I'm hitting
I
the
know.
button.
I'm gonna have to reboot this little puppy.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna play this over here as we go to break because the minor thing's going away quickly. So let's get one more play out of this.
Let me guess why he's playing this.
You know?
I think I do. All
right.
I
was
think
trying
know
to figure
the
it
story.
out. I don't know.
I think I know the story. Didn't Keith Richards just come out and say that Mick Jagger is unbearable?
Are you kidding
me? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith Richards was like, he's not happy with Mick Jagger.
After
He's
40,
unbearable.
what would it be at this point? 45 years, maybe?
Quite a few, yeah, quite a few
Actually,
years.
more than that, probably.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
But they seem like the type that, he probably has said that. He said that before, probably. And
look, it's not easy working with the same person for many, many years, but to say unbearable.
Unbearable.
I mean, they fucking made a lot of money together.
Jagger was unbearable.
They made a lot of fucking money together. Why is he saying that?
50 years of hard drugs, loud
50.
music, and outlandish pants would take their toll on even the best relationship. But the breaking point for Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards, as he revealed in a candid new memoir, was when Mick Jagger met the 1980s. It was the beginning of the decade, he says, when Mick started to become unbearable. As a result, Richards hasn't visited Jagger's dressing room for 20 years. And he refers to his bandmate with the perplexing nickname Brenda and Your Majesty. He also doesn't think much of Jagger's solo album, which he compared to Mein Kampf. Well, I'll have to pick that up. Despite these knocks, Richards insists the two will continue to tour, or at least think about it. As he told the Times UK newspaper, quote, "I think it's going to happen. I've had a chat with him. Her Majesty, Brenda."
God bless Keith Richards.
The one guy on earth who is really not at all impressed with Mick Jagger.
Right.
Mick Jagger.
He just doesn't care.
But they he doesn't visit his dressing room.
In 20 years.
That's what happens with all the. That's what happens with a lot of creative people, bands, whatever. You know, it all starts where you're all hanging out in a room together, a basement together, a garage together, a recording studio together. And then the money trickles in, the fame trickles in, and then you start separating. And I mean, I'm sure when they first started touring, they didn't have separate dressing rooms and all that.
It happens with chicks all the time, and you can fuck them. This is like not being. It's like being in that kind of relationship. You got Mick Jagger and fucking Keith Richards. For
But to
God's
say
sake, they've been
unbearable,
together forever.
Did he write that in his castle that he got because he got together with Mick Jagger? That's what I don't understand. The guys are fucking close to billionaires probably at this point.
We were talking about this last week because somebody else had. Who was it last week we were talking about? A couple of big stars that kind of were together, made some cash, had some popularity.
Oh, wow.
And then one of them was just like...
I forgot.
But,
Well,
yeah.
it probably, I mean, it's happening with Aerosmith, at STP.
Yeah.
It's happening all over the place.
There's like another one, though. But, well, whatever.
I forgot. Was it Guns N' Roses?
Oh, it was probably, Guns N' Roses.
Okay,
The
thanks,
Slash.
Rock.
Yeah, Slash
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Axl. Slash and Axl. It becomes the point where, like, the unbearable part isn't the playing and the making the money and the castle that he bought and everything. It's the guy going, he's unbearable. It's the same thing would happen, like I was talking about, my brother and the singer, a couple of singers that he's had in bands. It's like, yeah, okay, on a much smaller level. But it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah.
And those guys, they could play those songs in their sleep, so they don't really need to talk to each other before, after, or even during the shows.
Yeah.
Right?
20 years of not even popping into his dressing room.
Yeah, they probably, they obviously drive to the venue separately, go into separate dressing rooms, and probably the first time they see each other every day is when they're on stage. I would bet money on that. Why would they if they don't like each other, and then they don't talk on stage, and then they go their separate ways when
Do you
it's
think
done?
they take the same flight?
Huh?
You think they take the same flight?
At this point, probably they don't even do that.
They fly separate private. I heard that those guys, when they were I forget where I was that they had been, like what city, but they said when the Stones were there, they each had a suite at the Ritz-Carlton, and they like a big Ritz-Carlton's, presidential suite they were using for
You
their
think they
office.
bitch? Like his view is better than mine. What the fuck is that about? You
Yes.
think he gets that picky?
Probably does.
Yeah?
Sure. They probably all. You understand? They probably all fly their own, unless they want to travel together. Their own privates together. They're alone.
The only time I was ever aware that bands do this was when we watched the STP crap from backstage.
Oh, yeah.
Where we realized, holy shit, these guys don't hang at all and basically don't see each other until they hit the stage. That's what we saw firsthand. That Scott Weiland didn't talk or see his bandmates. I think it was the Boston show. They were waiting for his bus to arrive.
That's exactly
and
what
then
happened.
the one in Jersey, we saw what happened. We've talked about it many times, the confrontation backstage. And it's you just assume that these guys are always together, but the music they're playing, they could do in their sleep, so they don't really need to see each other.
How many years?
Right.
You can't picture Keith Richards outside of Mick's bus screaming because Mick's too much of a pro to need that shit.
Right.
That's one thing about the Stones.
I would imagine Mick is the pro in that relationship, and Keith kind of,
yeah,
all of a sudden might want to party a little more and doesn't really give a shit about some of the ongoing things they have to do, right?
But Keith Richards is beyond needing anybody, so it's nice to be able just to say what you want. And he said that the only thing that Mick wanted him to take out of the book, did you say this part yet?
No.
Was the part about him using a voice coach at times. And,
what's wrong with that?
I don't know. Maybe there's more detail. I don't know.
Maybe Her Majesty Brenda. He sees that
Why
as
Brenda?
being kind of.
What's that about?
I don't know. It's very mysterious. No one knows what the Brenda came
does
from.
Mick Jagger take dildos?
Oh well, didn't he have to get cum pumped out of his stomach?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait a minute, that was.
I heard it was him.
But he refused to take it out too.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I love the fact that Keith Richards just wouldn't listen to Mick. He's just so tired of Mick.
Yeah.
Her Majesty.
Her Majesty.
He's probably, you know how much he must shit talk Mick when they
that is so bad. Her Majesty.
Because Charlie Watts probably still kisses Mick's ass a little, even though he's Charlie Watts and he's the drummer and he's beyond a 100 millionaire.
Yeah.
Didn't he
500
retire?
millionaire. Or he's going to. Or
Is he really?
I think Watts moved on, didn't he?
He was about. I don't know if he has yet, but he was talking about it.
I thought he was close to moving on finally.
Who else are the original members? There's Mick, Charlie, Keith, and who's the other one? Bill Wyman retired many, many years ago, right?
Well, you had the great Brian Jones.
Well, he died in the 60s.
Yeah, I know, but fuck, he was the shit.
Who did he play? What did he play?
Oh, and you said Bill Wyman, right?
Yeah.
Who else?
Bill Wyman. Now I'm confused. Bill Wyman, Keith Richards, Mick Jagger, Charlie Watts. That's basically the lineup I've known over the years.
But didn't Bill Wyman leave in like 1980?
No.
No?
If it's 1980, I'm going to freak out. No way.
I'm probably wrong. Oh, 92. Okay. That's
He's
still
been gone since 92?
That's still 18 years ago.
Bill Wyman's been gone since 92. Wow.
He just retired. You think he still has Stones money?
Of course he does.
That is a long.
He's got that check coming in. Probably
18 years out of the band.
Wow, really?
I wonder if he just got tired of the whole thing and wanted to just hang out with his kids or whatever you want to do.
Think about it. 18 years ago, he was already in the band 30 years. So he did 30 years.
Damn.
Probably want to enjoy his life.
They've been together since 64, right? He did 28 years with the band.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking 36. Wait.
Jesus.
Bill Wyman was in the Stones from 62 until 92.
62?
He did 30.
That's 38 years in?
Yeah.
No, wait. 48 years in. No.
They're almost 50 years in.
Mick and
48 years in.
Have been playing together.
Yes.
Oh, my
Her Majesty.
Her Majesty has been.
You show me anyone that's been together
Dude.
48 years that like each other.
They have a pretty good relationship
Show
for
me
48
anyone.
years, unless there's such ugliness. But that's not bad for 48 years just to be slightly irritated with each other.
Just saying Her Majesty.
They got to hate touring. They got to hate it. How is that exciting
That
for
might
them?
be the fun.
Yeah, man.
There's just some things
to get on
that-
stage and do the exact same songs you've been doing for almost
What a
50
catalog
years.
to choose from, though.
But what does it matter to them?
They don't need the money, so it probably is just fun. All the chicks.
When you really get into a band and you see them a lot, you realize, holy shit, these guys got to be bored out of their mind because they're playing the exact same songs the exact same way every night. Even the stuff they make believe was impromptu is not. You know what I mean?
Crowds,
It's got to be
making boatloads.
Oh, I get that.
fucking like playing music.
But
yeah.
I bet you after a while, even the huge crowds and all that doesn't matter, man.
Dude, it's like going on stage as a comic every night and knowing every joke is going to slaughter.
Kill.
That's what that's like. It's like,
wow, yeah, there's no gamble in it. There's
you're going to kill
mystery.
every night in an arena.
I'm not stupid. I get all that, but I wonder when that actually starts going away is the point I'm trying to make. Like, obviously, that is just amazing
Well,
for
that
anybody.
is kind of the point,
But
yeah.
after 48 fucking years, is that still a thrill? That's the question.
It must
I don't
be,
know.
Well, they wouldn't
You
do
think it is?
Yeah, because don't forget, they also did a theater tour back in 2002. They don't need it for money. I mean, neither one of them needs it. But it's like it's a fun gig.
It's like a drug, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, to go on is the rush I get in front of
Ron
400
Wood, by
people.
the way. Thank you.
Who?
Ron Wood. We forgot Ron Wood in that discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right, Ron Wood.
Thanks to everyone saying Ron Wood. I forgot about him.
400 people at comics I get a rush from. Imagine 50 or 70,000, and every moment you're slaughtering. There's not one bad moment
50
during
or
your
70,
show.
Try 100.
People
Well,
are just
when they're doing their
singing
stadium
along
tours.
with you, know everything you're doing.
Yeah, you're fucking helicoptered in.
God, look at the crowd. Where is that from? That's retarded.
That is retarded.
That looks like the virus show.
That is just
wow.
Thousands
upon thousands of people filling an open
Dude, when
field.
they did Rio, they built something for them to get from the hotel to the beach. I think they did a free show for 1 million people on the beach in Rio de Janeiro, and they built something for them. Like the army built it to escort them or something.
Did a lot of people have to stand in the water?
Yeah,
How do you get 1 million
50
people on
feet
a
of
beach?
beach.
right.
They're bobbing up and down in the water.
I'm guessing they closed the roads.
Wow.
Is that Rio right there?
That's-
That might be Rio.
That's the Rio.
That's crazy.
Where's the stage? It's so long. Where's the stage?
Who can even see?
Some of these areas look like they could be a stage, but they're not.
There's boats out there, too.
Yeah, where is the stage? Is that...
No one knows.
But that's around where we stayed. You see how far back that goes? Mm-hmm. That's exactly where we stayed when we went. That's right by the Othon Hotel and all that stuff.
Wow.
Fucking million.
You know where all that is?
Here.
Yeah.
But seeing the Stones there would have been scary. You know the pickpocketing that must have been going on?
Yeah.
And how many... You know how long you must have to stand there for? Holy fucking shit, is that a lot of people? We're looking at images of them on... Is that Rio? Them on stage at the end of the show.
What year was Rio?
A few years ago.
That's it? Only a few years ago?
My God.
How long ago was that?
It says 2002.
Oh, okay, 8
That's
years
already
ago.
8 years ago.
Wow, and there's the...
That's a quick 8 years for those guys.
That is a lot. Was it a free concert or something for some... I don't know why they did it.
Because they don't need the money.
Promote my website or something. Fuck.
God damn,
I can't stop looking at that crowd of people.
They are old. Just look at Charlie Watts.
Charlie Watts looks doddering.
He just looks like a confused man from the home. Like they just pick him up at the home to play drums.
Is Mick Jagger pushing 70 now?
He's got to be 58 years. 50.
I remember when they made a big deal when he turned 40. And they were basically saying, is that it for the Stones?
Can
Mick
he
Jagger?
still rock at 40?
Right. And now he's got to be 67. I'm going to guess 68 years old.
Should
I
have
had
went
it
with
the
your
first time.
guess. Yep.
But when's his birthday?
July 26.
Oh, so he just turned 67.
67, huh? Wow.
Mick Jagger is 67 years old. Holy shit.
And I saw recent concert footage of him, and he's still, regardless of what he sounds like and everything, because he's like...
No, he still sounds good.
No, it was this. It's a ho, get up with me, give me, top blue, talk with me.
What was that live concert that was on?
That was what we were watching.
I think it was on like Palladia or something.
It was terrible.
It was awful.
But when you have 1 million people in front of you, that's how you have to get your voice out there.
I know, yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
But the impressive thing was, this motherfucker did not stop running back and forth on the stage and moving around. Like he's 67 years old, and he didn't stand still for a second.
I have to say, he's probably the best frontman ever. You have to say that.
The longest. He's been up there the longest.
Because he still sounds good, and he still is nothing but energy. You're right. For an hour and a half, whatever, he does not stop
he's
moving.
running around. Running.
That's why he's got no fat at his age. None.
You're not going to get an argument from me. Yeah, I think you're right. Joe in Philly, what's up, Joe?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, you know something? Mick Jagger is a marvel, and for his age, for him to be able to do that is amazing. Because I've done it, and I was starting in my late 30s. I was getting winded, for him to be pushing 70 and be that active and be in that good a shape. I mean, he's a rail. That's amazing. I mean, his voice, he can still put his voice out there. There are guys that barely have anything left, and he's been doing it at a pretty high level, for 50 years. I don't think it's the money for these guys. I just think that if they didn't do it, they'd have no more purpose in life.
He'd probably just die. Yeah, what else is Mick Jagger going to do at 67?
To compete with that high? He's done a million people.
Yeah.
What do you do? fucking go out with your chick to see her friends.
I love how Jimmy picked something that would annoy the shit out of him.
Out of Jimmy personally.
Yeah, out of Jimmy. Annoy the shit out of Jimmy.
But seriously, what do you do to compete with that?
You don't like your girl's friends?
No, any girlfriend. Like just thinking about going out with your chick's friends, and they're all asking you fucking questions. So when you did tattoo you, shut up!
Shut the fuck up. Let's get a tour together. I can't take this fucking cunt.
You're trying to do anything but go out with her and her friends because you know she'll be dragging you all over because you're Mick and she wants to show you off. My friend's having some people over. It's a Saturday night. You should be on in front of 200,000 people, but you're talking to this fucking twat friend of hers.
And then one of her friends has to go out of the way to say, "I'm not even a Stones fan."
Oh yeah, that would be the big thing too.
When you have any type of fame, we all have it in this room. You get those people that have to go out of their way in your inner circle to go. Yeah, I don't really listen to the show. I'm like, why are you even bringing that up?
Yeah, I don't listen. I'm not a fan.
You're just
or
trying. What are you doing by
Who
saying
brought that up? Someone brought it up.
Over the years, many people.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Family members even tell me.
And
aunts and shit.
And they're the ones that know every fucking thing you've ever done.
It's not just one person, Jimmy. It's happened to me over the years. Like, people have to go out of their way. I'm not talking about, like, people that don't like you or they're fans of another radio show, so of course they're going to do that to you. I'm talking about people you live with day in and day out.
Yeah.
And, like, what you had to say that. Why? It's okay. We're you know what I mean?
I don't want you to think, I listen every day. I'm not like those crazy fans of yours. And then someone at the table, will bring up a bit.
Right.
And no matter what it was or how obscure, how long ago it was, the asshole that said they will listen once every 10 years listened that day.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah.
If you don't listen,
you don't get that in your life?
Yes, I do. But I'm trying to think of when I've gotten it. But yes, of course I have.
Yeah, I don't. It's been family members. It's been people I consider friends.
And sometimes you could tell when somebody just goes, "I'm sorry, I just don't listen to the show." And then it's like, no. I always go, "That's cool. There's plenty of shows around." And then it ends there. But there are people that go, "Nah, I just, I don't listen. I'm not one of these crazy. I've heard a few things." And when they go on and on, the more they go on, the more you're like, "Shut up! You listen every fucking day."
Right. It's the way they do it too.
Yep.
They want to make a point. I don't know what the point is.
Yeah, I don't know what the point is either. That I'm going to sit there and go, wow, cool.
Right. I guess we respect them more because they don't listen or something.
Oh,
I don't even understand it.
I'm not one of these crazy fans.
Right.
Go away.
All right, Joe.
So that's why Mick does.
Thank you, sir.
That's why Mick and Keith still do shows. So they don't have to hear their girlfriend's friends or whoever it is. But that's who you'd go out with, your chick's friends.
Yeah.
Just to hear their fucking boring lives. So, Mick, I know that you were in Rio in front of 1 million people.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, we put in this sales order today. And I'm like,
tell me all about it. Tell me all about it.
Well, I didn't know. We ordered a bunch of mediums, but they said, then the factory said that the larges, the sleeves are too long. And I didn't know, are they going to come with the collars or not? Because we put in the shirt order. We didn't know if they were going to come.
My God. Hold on, I got to take this call.
Hello, Keith. Yeah, get the tour together. I can't take this fucking cunt's wanker friends.
Dude, you're mad. Unless all of her friends fucking are astronauts and do porn, they're going to have nothing to interest him with. There's nothing they're going to say that's going to interest Mick Jagger.
You think Mick goes through life very bored? Because he has no one that can really stimulate him
how do you
on his
relate
level?
to him on that level?
Unless you're a chick who fucks him properly, that he probably is interested in. But yeah. What are you going to say to him?
And everyone that has a career, whether it's in showbiz or something else, you're trying to always get bigger and better. So what is left for someone like
I think
Mick Jagger?
He's done knowing that he's not going to get bigger than the Rolling Stones doing
playing
whatever
in front of
he's
1 million
do.
people.
Right.
So that's got to be.
odd.
Is that just satisfying or is there something missing?
He can't get no satisfaction if that's what you're saying there.
He's
young man.
He's probably enthralled when he's in a room with McCartney. Like that's when he sit with McCartney and guys like that.
But do you think he looks at McCartney and goes, "What a hack"?
No, I think he likes McCartney.
He sits there and goes, "What did your stupid girlfriend's fucking friends talk about? What did they talk about?
Having one leg." Oh, his ex? Or presidents. They're probably prime ministers, presidents. Like when you see McCartney around Obama, that's when those guys act.
but that
fucking,
doesn't-
I thought it was the old Ebony and Ivory video. Yeah, it was, and then I saw like, oh no, okay.
But Jimmy, that doesn't happen every day. Like, what stimulates Mick Jagger on a day-to-day basis? Like, because of his career, he gets to meet world leaders and all that. I get that, but that's not every day.
You know what Alan Alda likes doing? And again, that's a different level. But he's
seeing Jimmy Norton.
He loves seeing me,
of course.
But he likes building websites for his like his grandkids. It's probably some weird thing like that is not fame oriented
That you would never expect.
That you wouldn't. Whatever it is
You
that
think he
keeps
likes
him
to crochet or something.
Oh
or
God!
something with
imagine if he
kids.
does that.
Something with the kids. Something with his grandkids.
He probably doesn't
touching
even,
them inappropriately.
He probably doesn't even know half his kids.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
How would he know them? I bet you he would have a tough time naming all his kids.
You know how many are probably just out there?
Yeah,
Like
he probably
like
doesn't-
back in the '60s, '70s, fucking, and
But I'm talking
chicks
about
just
the-
getting pregnant and going.
I'm talking
I don't
about
know.
the ones that are legitimate. He
Yeah.
knows are his kids. I bet you he has a tough time knowing their names or at least what they like doing.
I love my
True.
dad, but do you know how happy I'd be to find out that Mick Jagger fucked my mom in 1968? I would fucking throw out every picture of me and my dad. We look exactly alike, so I know that I'm fucking his.
Adjust that story.
Maybe he blew Mick. You could hope for second best.
Adjust that and say Don Rickles, and then you're onto something.
Oh, would I be happy?
Mommy might have fucked Don Rickles,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
she didn't fuck Nick. But yeah, what do you do to stimulate yourself on that? What is interesting to you? Probably talking to certain actors that they like, or people that, like, you have access to everybody you admire. There's nobody you don't have access to, which has got to be. It's funny, like, I traded Twitters with Michael K. Williams, who was Omar on The Wire.
Right on.
BKBMG, I think it is, on Twitter. And he Twittered me, like, he goes, Jim, you're hilarious recently. And I'm so thrilled,
Of course.
that he knows who I am. So when you're on that level, everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's kind of a high when like everybody who you like likes you.
You know,
You understand?
maybe too. Maybe.
So when you're on that level, everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's kind of a high when like everybody who you like likes you.
You know,
understand?
maybe too. Maybe the guy just likes kicking his feet up and watching television.
He's too driven. Too driven, man.
Yeah, but at this time
I think
in
that's
his
one of
life, maybe there's part that just
But I
because
think
you
that-
can't have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week action.
No, but Jimmy's onto something. If you read about Mick Jagger, he's very, very driven. I bet
He's a businessman,
and I bet you at the age of 67, that might start to become a curse for someone like him, where he can't now just hang out like you're saying and realize what he's accomplished and really, really enjoy it. I think he's the type of guy. Hence, why Keith is saying what he's saying. That he's so driven that it's getting in the way of him actually enjoying his life. That's my guess about Mick Jagger.
Does he produce bands, or I bet you he gets involved in the website, like weird stuff like that, like to them, because technology is like to me. I'm fucking 42 and it's new to those guys.
Yeah, that's
You imagine
fucking
discovering
space
the
age.
web when you're in your 40s and 50s, so they're probably obsessed with the website and weird stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good discussion. I
Well,
don't
when
know.
we get
I
him
don't
as
know
a guest and he's on, we could talk to him about this.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it might.
I think we'll ever talk to a Rolling Stone.
I've shook his hand.
Did we ever get close
you?
to talking to a Beatle?
A Beatle.
We saw Paul McCartney walk by a few times on 57th, but
Did you? That's pretty cool. I've never seen him.
When George Harrison wandered in here thinking it was Sloan Kettering.
Jesus. Like Eric Clapton is really into fishing.
Yeah.
Does Wade know that for sure?
God, I know. I'm staying away from that one, Jimmy.
Wade.
But I know exactly what you were going to say.
Hey, guys. I saw an interview with him on 60 Minutes, and they were asking him how he finally got clean. Jimmy, you'll appreciate this.
Who's
He
this?
stopped drinking. And he talked about how he loved to fish, and he was out fishing one morning, and he was pretty drunk at the same time. And there were these two guys sort of across the river and down a little bit who he knew were really good local fishermen, and he kind of wanted to impress them. And he stood up, and he tripped, and he fell down and snapped his rod in half. And he went back to his car. He grabbed up all his stuff and kind of quickly got away and went back to his car and cried and then went into rehab.
Clapton?
That's what he said on the 60 Minutes interview.
Went in and cried.
Is that funny how these
unbelievable.
two local zilches whose idea of fun is hooking an innocent animal?
In the world, and that's the effect that he had on them.
Well, do you know what McCartney likes doing? Sailing.
I know.
As far away from people as possible. These guys want to. That's what Mick enjoys.
They have creepy stories about Paul McCartney every summer where they see him in the Hamptons on like very small sailboats.
Really?
And they say he looks so lonely out there just sailing by himself. And Jimmy made the point. Yeah, he's just
loving his life.
He just wants to be away from everybody.
He's probably listening to soft music he likes.
You think he's sick of answering Beatles questions at this point?
On a little catamaran like from Jaws 2.
his wife's leg floating, his ex-wife's leg. But he has to be sick of he's just sick of human beings.
But these assholes that write about this type of crap, they're like, yeah, he just looks so lonely.
Lonely.
Maybe it's the best.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so freeing for the guy.
Maybe the guy doesn't want to deal with anybody.
He doesn't want to discuss the Walrus song anymore.
Enough talking about John and how tragic it was. Imagine how many people are like, so what was it like when you found out John was, killed? And shut up. Give a shit.
You want him to? It's like if you want Woody Allen to spit on you, talk about comedy or how funny he is.
Yeah.
You want to talk to Woody Allen? Bring up the Knicks. I think the Knicks are what he loves to talk about. Weird stuff like it's like, and the same with McCartney. Ask him a sailing question. He'll probably talk to you for an hour.
What about his dumb fucking clarinet?
Dude, Woody would probably.
Woody would love talking about the clarinet.
But most people wouldn't be able to help themselves. They see Paul McCartney, they wouldn't ask a sailing question. They wouldn't. They would have to ask some Beatles question.
Here's what I would
and blow it every time.
Here's what you say if you go, "Hi, Beetle."
That's all.
Beetle.
That's all he hears in his mind.
It's like something that ended fucking 40 years ago, and people are still just like, oh, God, all right.
If you bring up Wings, maybe he gets a little more excited.
Yeah.
Not as much, though.
Ask him a vegan question or something like that.
Sailing.
Maybe. These guys are just bored with talking
or make it
about
very clear that you really weren't a Beatles fan growing up.
I never liked the Beatles.
Just want to let you know, Paul, I really never was into the Beatles.
I was a Stones guy. I barely even heard any of your catalog.
Oh, I've had that, too.
Really?
I'm a Howard guy.
Yeah. I'm a
Howard
like,
guy. Why are you telling me this? You're like...
I know, I've said it.
You're pretty much family. No, but they go out of their way.
Yeah,
it's like,
silly.
Obviously, for many years, there was a big competition there. So for you to say that, you're obviously just trying to I guess hurt me or something.
Give you a little turn.
Howard fans expect that, but not from people in that, once again, family sort of inner circle.
Yeah.
Of friends and family.
Yeah, it is odd.
It's just a weird thing. It's like, why would you bring that up?
Why would you choose? Like, I understand fans choosing. That's one thing. But if you're that close to somebody, why would you feel a need to choose between the? It's silly.
And to push it right in front of your face, like, okay, well, great, glad you like.
Someone said that to you?
Oh yeah, in Philly, and they like to some people like to say they're Preston and Steve fans in front of me. It's like, okay,
but I mean,
why are you doing?
Are
that?
they saying it though? Like,
we're having beers together. Like, why would you do that?
But are they saying it in a shitty way? Like, I'm a Preston and Steve fan. They're like, yeah, I like those guys too.
It's kind of no. It's in a shitty way.
Oh, really?
Disguised as not in a shitty way.
So are they just
kind of passive aggressive?
Are they family, or are they guys that probably
friends of family?
So maybe they're guys that liked your wife and were jealous that you got her. If they're friends of family, maybe they're just jealous guys.
And that's so.
Then you tell them, I like Burger King, aside from the place where you were.
It's just a weird thing. That's
I'm
all.
telling you, if they're friends of family, they're jealous that the fucking famous guy got the hot chick. And they don't know how to say that, or even they probably don't even realize they're jealous.
Right.
But that's a little passive aggressive type of thing.
Yeah, it is.
Let me go to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, actually, I live in Huntington Bay, and Opie, I see you at Starbucks on Sunday morning.
Stalker.
Even one time, you took a picture of me and my girls when you were with Sandy doing some like Gold Coast.
Oh, you had to fucking mention.
That's a long time ago.
But
Jesus
I
fucking Christ! Now I haven't heard a word you said.
I always have a million questions I want to ask you, but I'm very embarrassed. And
just ask next time. No big deal.
I love you, buddy.
All right, brother.
Thank you. Why does he love me?
I don't know.
Everyone's got their past fucking crosses to bear, right? Those memories that you just push back in the back of your skull.
Ugh.
Like some caller dredges them up.
I don't have those memories. I am that memory for a lot of people. Like I actually, my ex
you were with Jimmy Norton.
Right, I was. He cheated.
Please, why'd you have to bring that up?
Wait a minute. Whoa. I saw my ex when I was in L.A. I don't say, but she's still a good friend, and it's cool. Like,
see, I don't know how you could be friends with exes
because she was my friend first. My ex-girlfriend. I'm friends with a couple of my exes.
Takes a long fucking time.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
For me, I was only able to really.
There's a few exes I don't hate with a passion.
Yeah.
Like some people.
Yeah,
but I don't know how it would work to be friends though.
Like Melinda can come over and hang out.
Oh yeah,
like,
you're
I
friends
have
with
no
her.
problem.
So you've done
with that, and there's nothing there that reflect. It is the epitome of the Jerry Elaine kind of dynamic. Like we'll laugh. It's fine. She'll get in a car. She'll run over my hedges and fucking leave. And that's it. There's no need anymore for like any sexual tension or that bullshit. You actually are able to hang out, goof on shit, and then that's it.
Did you have sex after you guys broke up?
No, that was it. That was fucking that was it.
Me neither. None.
No.
None with my ex.
No, it's
none.
I was in a insane relationship when I was living in Buffalo. This girl was batshit crazy, insane, did crazy stuff. She was the one with for the people that linger longer, the voicemail of having sex with her ex and put it on my machine, even though she didn't want me anymore. But because I moved on, got another girlfriend, that pissed her off. Even though she, you know what I mean? Even though she was done with me. And then I moved back to BAB, Long Island, to do radio. I went up to Western New York to visit old friends, saw her one last time, and had some of that holy shit. This is the last time I'm ever going to see you sex.
Oh, really?
Have you ever had that?
I don't think so.
Every time I fuck my girlfriend, that's the way we feel.
But it was like all these unbelievable things she put me through. And then, not that I had the last laugh, because she was into it too, and never saw or talked to her again.
Yeah.
It kind of just cleaned the palate.
That's it.
Of the misery.
The misery.
So you haven't had sex with her since you broke up?
No, it's not. It's odd to say it, but it would wreck it. Like wreck things.
No, it's not.
So
odd.
it's just like, hang out, talk about anything. It doesn't matter. She's cool,
Right.
She's got a boyfriend.
You know what's odd? We don't. With my ex, it was.
Someone knows who I'm talking about. About saying they're a Howard fan down in Philly. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you nailed it, brother. I'm not going to say who it is. But
You nailed it, brother.
But
is he friend of family or family?
He's pretty damn close. They're really tight down there, and so I got to sort of keep it vague. But yeah, that guy nailed it.
You know, and if he's being a dick saying he's a Howard fan, not because he's a Howard fan, but to be a passive aggressive dick, fuck him.
Yeah. I know it has something to do
Fuck
with
him in his
jealousy.
stink hole.
But I mean, if you know any of us, we don't rub this shit in anyone's faces. That's why I don't get the jealousy in person. It's like, dude, do I really rub in your face? I got aunts that are so jealous of me because, not aunts, one aunt, because she was the big star of the family. Like, you know what I mean? You know, every family has
star.
Families have the big star, the one person everyone kind of goes, wow, they're the number one in the family.
Oh, really?
But she forced
it all the way May?
She forced that on herself. Like she works it.
Yeah.
She works it by talking bad about this one, and you know the deal. You work it to be number one in the family. And then if you come around and you have a cool life or a cool career, all of a sudden, people look at you very differently. And I downplay that at family functions all the time, but it drives her insane that she's not officially, number one anymore.
I never want to talk about myself at family functions.
I never do.
No.
Never. I downplay it.
It
horribly,
is just like,
actually.
All right. Well, look out. Watch what you say to him. You're going to end up on his show, right?
Oh, that's
No.
shit.
Never.
You won't.
You're a bore.
There you go. Crazy Pussy is awesome. Especially the last time. Unforgettable. Carolina Man.
I've learned there's no such thing.
As crazy pussy?
No, as uncrazy pussy. Every girl's a little batshit crazy.
Yeah,
it's a little gauge on how much how much they are.
You got to type, my friend.
There's not one healthy fucking chick.
I don't even mean
out there.
no. I got to type and everything, but it's believe me. I've looked outside the fucking Lake Anthony, and they're fucking all crazy. But it's are they completely fucking can't deal with them crazy, or are they crazy where it's like, all right, well, she's got a little baggage or a little this or that. But every one of them have some type of little quirky craziness.
But then every guy's crazy too. So then what does it mean?
We don't have the hormonal shit they have, though.
Yeah,
the fucking periods and the fucking PMS and the fucking menopause. They're all fucked up.
And I think guys are able to kind of, if unless you're one of these fly off the handle fucking, fuck you, cunt,
All right.
but unless you're like one of those guys, you have the ability to kind of, let me not let this get out of hand because I could see this could go to a bad place. But like women, for the most part, they're just so fucking crazy that it's an inability. 1 minute you call them and they're fucking cool, and then the next minute they're fucking just crazy. I don't know where this comes from.
Maybe hormones.
Yeah, it probably is.
I definitely had a run of crazy bitches, but
they're all crazy.
They're all fucking out of their mind.
Every single
They're
one
all
of them.
sisters, right?
It comes with that gaping hole in them. Their fucking brains leak out of it. Fucking kooks. They're all fucking kooks. Anyone who fucks me more than once is got problems.
It's crazy.
You're not healthy if you find me. If my stomach and fucking tits hanging over you doesn't dry your pussy up like a tumbleweed, you're a nut. It should.
We move past breakup sex way too fast, man. A lot of people just on the feedback.
Yeah, breakup.
I fucked one of my exes after we broke up. I'm talking about in the last 10 years.
Not even that, though. I mean, when you know you're having sex with this person for the last time, you both know it. And for some weird reason, you both need to do that.
Unless
just
you're going to murder her afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Every girl in the woods, I feel that way with.
But have you done that? It's so obvious. This is the last time we're going to have sex.
I don't know.
No, because if I knew that, I wouldn't be having sex.
No, you so know it. I'm telling you, we could go to the phones easily on this topic.
Like, how do you
just
know
so
it?
know.
How did you know?
Well, I was living on Long Island. I moved on. She certainly moved on, but I went back up to Buffalo to visit. I just called her, and it was just...
So how'd you know you weren't going to go back up again at some point?
I just knew, man. And honestly, I haven't, so... That's been probably, 20 years. Oh, jeez. Did I just say 20 years?
Oh, my goodness.
Holy shit. No, a little less, actually, but... Yeah, I just knew. You just know. I can't explain it.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been in the situation where... You know you're not going to be with someone, so you have sex with them for the last time. Because if I know I'm not going to be with someone, it's because we're fucking breaking up, and there's a problem, and there ain't no... sex is the last fucking thing you're thinking about.
I think it's. I think it has to be one of those intense relationships too, where it's just a lot of turmoil and shit.
Yeah.
And then somehow you just know it's finally time to move on. Both parties kind of know that. It's hard to explain, I guess.
See, that's called breaking up, and then I would just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that last, here we go, one more time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got to explain myself better.
Some people are able to do that.
I'll have to think about this one so I can explain it better.
I'm going to have to hash this one out for a while.
All right, we should take a break. We got Bam Margera stopping in today to say hi. That fucking movie did $50 million.
Record-breaking.
$50 million.
First weekend.
So happy.
People are
3D.
loving it. Loving it.
50 fucking.
That is a massive.
Yeah. Huge opening.
What's the movie Red about?
I don't know.
R.E.D. That was in second place. I don't even know
who's in that.
It's like a big action movie, like Bruce Willis.
Oh, right.
Mirren,
ex-CIA.
That looks
people.
awful with
it does look bad.
With Morgan Freeman, his embarrassing earring at his age. Take that out.
They're old CIA people.
Who cares?
That they're trying to kill, I think. So they have to infiltrate the CIA building, and they got a bunch of weapons, and they're old.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Bunch of old people running. Who wants to see that?
They're shooting bazookas and.
And what about The Social Network? People are loving that movie too.
People like
but
that.
Is that a movie for the hipsters?
It is the hipster movie.
Is it, or is it for the regular Joes?
Hipsters. It's doing well. It's doing well, but I'll wait till
I've been in elevators and just walking around hearing people talking about The Social Network. You never hear people really talking about movies in general when you're just out and about.
We were talking about,
but that one seems to come up a lot in elevators and shit. Did you go see The Social Network? And it always seems to be kind of Hipsters.
We were talking about how we think E-Rock wants to be a hipster. Is that it?
Yeah, I think E-Rock wants to be a hipster. Look at him throw his hands up in the air.
He throws his hands up like a hipster would.
I'm obsessed with hating hipster comedy.
Hipsters.
Jimmy knows.
Some of it's annoying. Unless it's genuine.
Where does that come from, and why do people laugh at it?
People.
Do you have a good example of hipster comedy?
You know what's hipster comedy, but it was funny? It was Hedberg. Would be considered hipster comedy.
You know what? Then I got to shut the fuck up.
But I'm saying that would be
love
considered hipster comedy.
So then maybe people are doing hipster comedy very badly.
Yeah, anything
because
that's
it really annoys me. But Mitch Hedberg did not.
You got to wear the hipster hat. Like there's the hipster hat, the hipster look, the glasses, the fucking.
But their comedy's like just really strange.
Yeah.
And people really
Because
laugh
you don't
at
get it, man. You're not hip.
Real strange.
A lot of people I've seen try to stand on stage and they attempt to be obscure because they think it makes them look like these geniuses. Like, wow, what kind of mind works like this guy's? Oh boy, this, and yet it's boring. Unless it's really, if the reference is obscure because it's fucking funny, then do it.
David Cross, hipster.
I honestly can tell you,
David Cross,
hipster comedy.
Honestly, dude, I've never seen David Cross on stage.
I never liked him.
I've never. No, I just know. I don't even know. Like, we did Tough Crowd together once, and that was my only interaction in my entire career with David.
Yeah, people are coming up with their hipster comedians now.
Hipsters, man.
Who are they saying are hipsters?
Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri would be considered, but again, Dimitri's.
I don't know.
Dimitri's funny.
Steve Hofstetter.
I know him casually.
I don't know.
I don't know his act.
I don't know his act either.
Also, Aziz Ansari, maybe. Aziz is on fire now. That might be considered kind of.
Who's going to put him out?
But I don't know if that's considered hip. If I'm saying that's hipster comedy, or if it's just because a lot of the younger people like him because he's doing theaters and stuff. I mean, why wouldn't Louis be considered hipster comedy? He's a fucking hip dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you consider?
He doesn't have the look.
No, he's not. But I'm saying a guy like Louis.
But there's a difference between being hip and being a hipster. I think being a hipster, you're trying way too.
Maybe
too
hipster's
hard
phony.
to be hip.
All right,
If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
And the sex I'm talking about, Ed, you both have to. It's a mutual breakup. That's what's coming in a lot. When both people know this is it, which happens very rarely because there's always one person always hanging on even after the breakup.
Yeah, wow.
Hoping that they're going to get back together, or whatever. But
such a weird situation.
It's a rare thing.
Yeah,
it's a very rare thing. Maybe in my situation it was obvious because I no longer lived in Western New York and she was too fucking crazy to leave her house. So obviously, obviously it was obvious that
it wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't happening anymore.
By the way, we can cover this when we come back, I guess. But the Tribune, a piece of shit company.
Oh, yes.
Let's do it real fast because we got a few minutes still. Because we're trying to time out the Bam Margera thing. Anyway.
Fucking Lee Abrams.
Our pal Lee Abrams resigned, which means he got fired.
Was resigned,
But they gave him the opportunity to leave.
To resign so he doesn't have to have a fired on his record.
Yeah, but everyone sees past that fake resignation shit. Yeah. Lee Abrams did not want to fucking resign.
No.
We know Lee Abrams. Haven't talked to him in a little while, but
what a coincidence. He's like, yeah, right after this whole thing, I'm going to resign.
Right.
I was going to do it anyway.
Fuck.
Stop.
So,
corporate world, man.
You want to explain, Jimmy?
Well, he sent out. He's the.
You weren't here when we were discussing it, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah,
that was Thursday show. I'm sorry.
He was the chief innovation officer. He's a very creative guy. He hates hacky, predictable radio, and I'm sure he hates hacky, predictable TV, which I'm sure what the Tribune specializes in is hacky, predictable shit.
And he hates the hacky, predictable corporate world, too.
All of it.
Yeah.
So he sent out
day-to-day shit in offices.
What he did was dumb. I mean, it was a stupid thing to send out, knowing the pussy environment he was in. He probably shouldn't
in
have.
this world, it definitely is. Yeah.
It was The Onion. It was a parody of like a newscast, and it was a big spill. But instead, it was a bunch of strippers or girls from a reality show. It was like there were sluts all over the place. It was funny. I think it went on for too long. It was like it got a little irritating. But there was a pair of tits in it, and the pussy corporate world. There's a lot of objections in the Tribune. I'll bet you there's people that didn't like him in the Tribune because in a company that's probably filled with these fucking hacks who have driven the company to where it is, which is not a good place. They resent a guy pointing that out.
He was the mirror they didn't want to look in, man.
But the sad part is they hired Lee Abrams to really shake things up and make everything different. But in reality, they weren't ready, or they were just plain scared to do just that.
Well, it came at a bad time for him because apparently the New York Times said that Randy Michaels led a frat house like atmosphere over at the Tribune and marginalized women.
All right, perfect.
The Times said
but
that.
Who wouldn't want to live in that, work in that type of environment, a frat house type of environment? You know what I mean? Where it's definitely a lot looser. But then the women, I guess, had a problem with what was going on at the Tribune?
Of course they did. It was just a problem that came at a bad time because the Times wrote that article.
One of these days, we got to talk to women in general. I mean, are they really having problems at the workplace, or is it just a couple women?
How about this? If you're a woman out there, could you call today and explain? And Patrice talks about it in his act, like how none of you are fun, and you're not. And I'm not talking about wanting to be grabbed or being sexually harassed.
Exactly. You know, here it is. If you're at work and your superior is a man, and he comes up to you and says, "Blow me," or you don't get the raise that you deserve or the promotion that you deserve. That is sexual harassment in the workplace. Two guys telling each other a joke with you around the corner within earshot, hearing the punchline, freaking out and turning them in. That's not sexual harassment in the workplace. You're a fucking stuffy cunt who shouldn't be there.
And that sluts thing that Lee sent out, here's the thing. Why wouldn't you click on that? Understand it's a parody of a newscast. It really is a great sarcastic statement about how shitty the news is.
And also understand who it's coming from, too.
Who it's coming
his
from.
His whole job is to really try to really get your creative juices going.
Or maybe go, that was in poor taste. We shouldn't look, whatever, that wasn't for me.
Be cool, the boss is here. Be cool.
Nobody says that wasn't for me anymore. Nobody in the corporate world just goes, that wasn't for me. It's fucking, and it's not just the corporate world. It's we're a country of snitches and fucking tattletales and fucking hall monitors
entitled
and pussy men.
They're all entitled that, like, I should be able to come to work and not have to deal with. Shut up.
It's all a special interest. And by the way, all of you people out there, fuck you. You're getting what you deserve because you took it. You didn't speak out against special interest, and now you're taking it in the ass,
now you're being
and
owned
you
by
deserve it.
So it leads to Lee Abrams,
unfortunately,
our friend resigning from the Tribune ahead of being fired, obviously. It's a shame. He's a creative genius. But there's no place for Lee Abrams in this creative world anymore. There just isn't. No. That's what's so sad. I think this whole thing is going to reinvent itself again, and then Lee Abrams will have a job. But right now, it's brutal out there. It's brutal.
Yeah, where's he going?
I don't know. Where could he go? Maybe start up some kind of internet thing. But even the internet's starting to kind of clamp down.
Do you know how grateful I feel to be able to go on to be a comic? Honestly, in times like this, to say what you want to say and not be able, or even on radio. We pretty much have free reign to express our opinions here.
Right.
Without, I mean, almost any opinion is fine here. And it's fucking so freeing, man. Like, I don't envy people in those situations at all.
We got to break because Bam's going to be here in 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I want to discuss that further with you, Jimmy. Maybe,
we'll do it after
maybe
this.
later today or tomorrow or something, because I'm wondering if the comedy clubs are going down that road slowly but surely.
No way.
So there's the discussion.
I didn't mean to make
I'm
that short,
serious.
but
That's
really
good.
not.
Still safe.
Oh, please. I can do whatever I want on stage. Literally. Again, unless you're completely a racist pig without a joke behind it, then they're going to hate you.
Right.
But if you're being funny and they're there to see you, you can do almost anything you want.
That's got to be so freeing.
Dude, it's fucking great.
Remember those days.
Love being a stand-up.
God, remember those days.
You are your own boss.
All right. Big win for the Jets yesterday. We haven't talked about that yet.
Tell me. I've been one of their biggest supporters for I can't even tell you how long.
I know, man. It's been years.
Yeah.
The 5-1 Jets. The best team in the NFL Jets. The team that got very lucky yesterday because the Broncos outplayed them pretty much.
I was going to say that it was a blowout. The Jets had it the whole time.
The team that needed a little help from the refs.
Well,
bad call.
No, it was a good call. It's just a very ballsy call, I think, on the part of the official.
Yeah, I would probably...
Pass interference that late in the game, it's pretty much...
Making a fucking cakewalk into the end zone.
Yeah.
They called 2 of those yesterday. They're all right. Jets had one against them.
Do they seem to be calling a lot more pass interference these days? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's
no. What's that, boss?
Huh? What? It's more like it seems like more of a cheap win because like pretty much that's your only option is just throw it down the field and hope for a pass interference call.
Well, why would the dummy fucking interfere with his pass?
It was pretty blatantly interfering.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, it wasn't even a marginal call.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, is that really how you want to win a game? I guess in the end,
yes.
Like, you know,
yes.
You are now 5-1. So.
And what did we have? We had a 59 and a 56-yard field goal yesterday.
Yeah.
The field goal
but then again,
distances are really getting amazing.
Not really.
They kind of are.
Not really. It's Denver.
Remember when thin air?
Thin air.
Remember when, like a 40-yard field goal was like, holy shit, he's going for 40 yards?
40?
I'm talking
so much,
years.
maybe.
I'm talking back in like
when
the
they wore
70s.
leather helmets?
70s. When they didn't have the forward pass yet. It was the lateral.
It was the lateral? The leather helmets.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, these guys know they know how to kick the fucking ball.
I mean, they use science.
You're stupid Cowboys, huh, Jimmy?
Oh, my
stink.
God.
What are they at now?
They're 1-4. They're a terribly coached team. I think Romo's a bag of shit. I think he's awful and a choke artist. He threw the interception that led to the Minnesota fucking field goal. I think he's terrible. Mm-hmm. But they're a highly penalized team. All of that penalty, the fucking faggot ref giving that guy a showboating penalty because he jumped over the other guy in the end. I'm so sick of these fucking pussy refs.
Stop at the showboating penalties. Let these fucking guys do whatever the hell they want. Most of them are criminals when they're not playing football.
Unless they're tucking and doing the fruit bowl to the crowd.
Yeah.
Although that would be kind of funny.
I would accept that, too.
The fruit bowl celebration.
I go the other way, man. Let them do whatever the fuck they want.
It's,
you know. Although I'm proud of the NHL. They're still allowing fighting. I really thought they were going to take the fighting out of the game. But I had a thought. I think because of the MMA popularity and all that, they realized that people just want to see fights.
Yeah, people love seeing fights.
You know, you get to see 2 guys beat the living shit out of each other on the ice. A few guys have been knocked out already in the NHL. That doesn't happen a lot.
Knocked the fuck out?
Because you can't really get leverage on skates. But a couple guys went down, and they were down and out. Which is hilarious to me because these guys beating the shit out of each other, knocking someone out in front of kids. But if you give the blowjob gesture, you get a couple game suspension.
That you get thrown out for.
It's so stupid, right?
Don't give the blowjob gesture.
Is anyone talking about the blowjob gesture and why he needed 2 games suspension for that?
No. Perfect strategy on the part of the NHL with a short enough suspension where it didn't make big news and the news never had to be like, well, it's called they did the forget it.
I mean, you can't say you're protecting the children because you're allowing them to see guys just getting laid out on the ice. You know? That's all fucked up. Oh,
even like the announcement of the suspension was just buried in the paper, you know? Like the media didn't even really make a big deal about it.
That one still drives me nuts, but whatever. Your Yankees tied 1-1. What's up?
Yes.
What's up?
Well,
and you got to deal with Lee.
I know, but fuck
Lee and Pettit, though. That's a good.
Yankees should be down 2-0.
Good right
no
there.
Kidding.
No, they shouldn't.
No kidding. Yes, they should.
How many times have the Yankees come back at the end of a fucking game? They're known for doing it. Yes, they fucked up the beginning of that. The pitching stunk on ice. They fucking gave away runs. But the Yankees are known to come from behind.
It's all they do.
They're very good at it.
They're the best team.
Yes.
At just making me hate them even
more.
more.
Should have lost the game.
Should have.
No, they could have, but they did what they do, which is play very well when they're down at the end of a fucking game.
If you're a Rangers fan, that's one of those games where you're like, that's a back-breaking game because we got 5-0 in the 8th inning.
You guys only had, according to Danny, 51. Was that correct?
I gotta make sure it's from this season. Hang
on. Okay, all right.
I don't want to give you guys the wrong answer
because that would be really funny. It would kind of prove your point, I guess, Anthony.
Well, they're
By the way, they're
just very good at it. But Pettit is the most winning pitcher in postseason. He's going against Lee. Yeah, Lee's beat up the Yankees many times.
Yeah, downplay it a little more. Why don't you?
I'm not downplaying. I'm saying it's a great combination. I think it's going to be a really cool game. The Yankees can hit. They've got fucking people that can hit now. And I think Lee's got his
always
plate.
had people who can hit.
But some seasons more than others. Some seasons more than others. They're hitting now. It's looking good. I want to see fucking Lee against these guys. Come on.
48 regular season come from behind wins for the Yankees.
This year?
Yeah.
They're very good.
Lee's gonna
coming from behind.
Lee's gonna kick your fucking boys' asses.
Thank you.
tonight.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. Opie say Lee is going to kick
I don't
our
have a
asses.
sports curse anymore.
I don't care about the sports curse.
My team is the best fucking team in the NFL.
So when you say it with that kind of verve and
look
vigor.
and look at my Islanders in first place. A weird first place. They're like 1, 2, and 3 or some bizarre record, but it's
odd.
Yeah, well, you get overtime losses, and it's very confusing.
We'll see. It's they're at the stadium. This is
I got
the stadium's going to be fucking loud.
But now that Freddie Says died, you don't have a chance at the World Series, my friend, because Freddie Says would have never died in a World Series year.
Enough with that.
He died so they can go, oh, my God, we got to win it for Freddie Says.
Freddie Says is one of these guys. He's a staple. I saw him. I went to one
How
Yankee.
many dead guy patches can they put on their uniform, for Christ's sake?
I saw him,
Get
too.
a pot and pan
I went
sticker.
to one Yankee game, and there he was. Freddie Says he's a guy with a pot and a spoon, a metal spoon, and just hammers away at the pot.
Dang, 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 dang,
And
dang,
annoying. He's a retard.
Hate him.
And the family already donated the pot and spoon to the Hall of Fame. And I said to Anthony before the show, I guarantee that's out back in the dumpster already.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Who the fuck wants that noisemaker?
There's no place
one.
for Freddie Says' pot and spoon
Stinks.
at the Hall of Fame.
What did he do? How many games did he go to? He went to like a couple seasons?
Freddie Says.
Couple of seasons.
Freddie Says he was able to afford maybe 5 games in his lifetime, and
Oh, I thought it was more.
heart attack at 85. So
He
that's
didn't
it.
even pay for his games towards
No.
They just let him in.
How many?
They would just let him in. How do
Yeah.
you get to that point?
Because he became Freddie Says. And
I know,
there was
but
a whole
how do you
thing,
become Freddie Says? There's a million guys out there trying to be the next Freddie Says.
I saw him.
And
I
they
refused
failed
to get
miserably.
I refused to get a photo with Freddie Says.
Oh, why would you?
Stunt brain. I went with. He's like, "Do you want to?" I'm like, "No."
You never
He's an
took
old
his
man
spoon
who.
and banged on his...
No, he's an old man who bangs a fucking pot. Oh, fuck yourself. It's annoying.
Was Stunt Brain sweeping up his hair the entire game?
Oh, God.
Let me see Freddie Says his sign.
There's Freddie Says.
Freddie Says emergency. Yankees need help. Really?
Yeah.
Who cares what Freddie says?
You take the spoon and you're able to hit the little pan. You just nail him right in the nuts with it.
I don't listen to old
well,
people.
Not anymore.
Hey.
With his own spoon.
Freddie says dirt nap.
Freddie says nothing.
They should have buried him with the fucking pot and the spoon just in
Yeah.
case he's still alive.
They should
at the funeral. You hear from inside the coffin.
That would be a great gag.
They should have buried it with in his fucking forehead. They should let every Yankee fan take a crack at his head with that thing to listen to that shit.
Enough of Freddie Says.
Enough of Freddie Says.
You
Good
think there's going to be
riddance.
like a ceremonial, like,
Oh, God.
like banging of a pot and a
Very
spoon?
quiet.
Yeah.
Dung. Dung. A 21 banging salute.
How long was he going though? I mean, it was obviously
22 years.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's only been going to the games 22 years?
Yeah, that's it.
Then let's stop talking about it.
I thought it was like a 50-year love affair.
Freddie Says, fuck
Who
him.
cares about 22 years?
I want to get back to the hockey thing after Bam Margera, by the way, because someone's calling me dope, which is fine. I know I'm a dope, but
What?
I think I'm pretty accurate about fighting in hockey. Bam Margera in studio.
There he is.
What's up, Bam?
Look, big fucking movie star now, motherfucker. That's pretty good. That movie took off. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I think they were predicting like 20 million.
Yeah.
And it made 50, so.
You could tell beforehand, like just from watching the trailers and shit, and there was a buzz about it that it was going to be huge.
Yeah.
Huge opening.
Yeah.
It looks funny as fuck. I mean, when you put out 2 of the movies beforehand and then the .5s and shit like that, you're thinking, what could they do next to make it like really more fucked up? Because you guys have fucked each other up now for years, but I really think you hit it on this one. The 3D idea
think?
is great.
Yeah,
and then
that
just
makes
some of the
it-
stunts. The fucking bee tetherball is brilliant.
Yeah.
Just fucking brilliant.
Like, honestly, I've seen the movie 30 times already, and I still want to keep watching it.
Yeah.
Like, it's and the 3D just adds an extra element to it. I can't get enough of it.
The ultra slow motion.
Everybody took one for the team big time.
What is this this gag with the water in the face and then punching somebody?
It's called the Rocky because I'm from Philadelphia, so I sneak up from behind and I'll splash water in your face and then punch you with a boxing glove and knock you out.
It's so obnoxious, man. It's like because you can't. You're kind of blinded for a second from the water,
Yeah,
and
they
then you're knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah. And they shoot it in super slow mo with this Phantom camera that's like 1,000 frames per
Yeah.
second. So like, so when something that would happen in 1 second like that, it's like 20 seconds of
So
pure,
this is
like,
a face
prime-time
bending
slow-mo.
and fucking water shooting off of it. Hysterical. I hear you're pretty paranoid, though, around the set these days because
I Rockied
shit like
the
that.
entire cast and crew, and I also did this thing called Wiener Cam where I would attach a camera to, and I'd sneak up and pee on you. So I knew that there was something terrible coming my way. And what happens? I get sabotaged and I fall into a pit of 1,000. No, it was like 200 snakes, and I couldn't get out.
Do you not like snakes?
You don't like snakes.
You deserve that, though.
Who's that, by the way?
That's Novak, my gypsy buddy.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
What's happening?
You guys look like you've been partying all night. Good night last night.
You guessed right.
Nothing wrong with that.
You got to celebrate a little for big weekend.
A
Big
little
opening
celebration
weekend.
going on.
That's for sure.
I wanted to ask about lawyers. You guys don't deal with lawyers, right?
Yeah, big time.
No, I mean when it comes to putting the Jackass stuff together.
Well, I don't deal with that kind of. I don't deal with it with the Jackass, but I mean,
I guess I ask because in this radio world, the lawyers are getting involved and taking away a lot of our stuff. So I can't imagine what they're saying no to with you guys.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously like the insurance must be outrageous.
Yeah, it's
gotta
gotta
be.
be.
Okay. So that's all we have to do is get big insurance, and we can go back to doing what we used
already
to do.
do that. We have to pay for ourselves.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happened.
They made us pay for our own
Ah,
insurance
fuck
just to
it.
keep us under control.
Yeah,
What have you wanted to do that they said no? There had to be something that you guys wanted to do that they said no to.
I wanted. I was like, well, Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear. Why don't he bite off my ear?
Oh, shit.
I'm Bam Margera here with Mike Tyson. Today he's going to bite my effing ear off.
You would let him bite a piece of your ear off?
No, I was trying to get, and they're like, you're willing to do that. I'm like,
He
hell
was
yeah.
begging to do it, man.
I'm like, you know the street
Wow.
creds that I'll have?
Oh,
Like,
shit.
If my ear's missing, like my earlobe.
You know
like,
how much pussy you would get off of that? Fucking A, man.
How did that happen? Mike Tyson bit it off. Like, nah. No, yes. Mike Tyson bit it off.
Did Tyson agree to
no,
do it?
That's the problem. They contacted him, and
Oh, you should've got
he
some
got
other
offended
guy.
and said no.
He got offended.
Why would he get offended?
I know,
over
right?
that? That's
I don't
fucking
know.
absurd.
He's done that.
Can't say that.
No, you can't
Yeah, you
hear.
can.
Oh, you can?
Get with
Fuck,
the program.
cunt, shit.
Yeah, we're
piss,
still allowed to say
bitch.
fuck.
He's
Yeah, everything.
fucking
We just can't fuck anything in studio. That's the difference.
So Tyson was offended. That's hilarious. That's how you offend Mike Tyson. Just ask him to do something he's done already.
But he's
Exactly.
like he's a fucking weirdo though. You know what I mean? Like he was in jail and he gets mad. Like I remember watching the documentary and he gets mad about a TV program and they literally have his fucking TV like bolted in with cages and he's such a like a maniac animal. He rips it off and throws it through the fucking cell window like over a TV broadcasting. Like just fucking lay down and fall asleep for an hour, you idiot. Why? Now
Relax,
you got 5
man.
more years, moron.
Assaulting a television.
Over a TV program. Dude, get it together. And he won't bite his ear off for easy what? I don't know what Paramount paid.
I
I'm
would
sure
probably pay him a lot of money.
Yeah,
Bite
probably.
your fucking ear off.
Fuck,
That.
so you give me the right amount. I'll bite your dick off for the right amount of money.
Dude, tell him there's a price tag to everything.
His job is easy though. All he has to do is bite my ear. I got to deal with
No
it.
shit. That's what I'm saying.
Steve-O was in here, and you fucked his nose up.
Yeah.
Man, did you fuck his nose up.
I broke his nose doing the Rocky.
And he was saying, like, years ago, and even now, he was really pissed and wanted something bad to happen to you. And then he decided, he was going to take the high road, which we haven't seen Steve-O do since he's gotten sober. And he let it go. And right when that happened, you got a baseball bat over your head. How did that happen?
It was just funny because, like, it happened in L.A. and I was flying back to Philadelphia where I live. And he's just like, I can't wait till you get back to Los Angeles. I'm going to mace you. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to stun gun you. I'm going to taser you. And then I'm going to re-beat you up.
Re-beat you up, yeah.
So then I get hit over the head with a baseball bat by some lady in Westchester. She's like, looks like somebody already did my job for me. Karma's a bitch.
Why did she hit you with a bat?
Because I own this bar in Westchester, Pennsylvania, and whenever I have like a sold out show, she always complains about like the bass drum noises. Jeez. So I just let her have it one day. I was like, you know what? Like, if you move to Westchester for peace and quiet, you're stupid because it's a college town, and you're always going to have frat boys screaming at the top of their lungs, whether it's my bar or the other 18 bars. Like, either way, it's not going to go away.
Yeah.
So you're stupid, and you should move to Kennett Square or wherever.
Right.
And she whacked me
She
over the head
couldn't
with a bat.
afford.
She said, is she white or black? Black. And she said you called her the N-word. That was her excuse for hitting you with a bat?
Because that's all she
such
could come
bullshit.
up with.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, she knows she's going down in flames.
Right.
So, of course, she's going to be like, oh, yeah, he called me the N-word. Like,
Yeah, it's a good race card.
Maybe I could get out of that. But she was like denying
That's the
even
oldest
hitting
trick in
me
the book.
with the bat. Then she says she did because I called her the
Right.
N-word.
She have a good
then
swing?
she says that I
Yeah. Where'd she hit you? Like
right in the
on the
back of the head.
Backside? Did you need stitches?
When
and
I
shit?
yeah, like 2 stitches. Well,
Did you
3
call her
stitches.
that?
No.
Did you think it then when she hit you with the bat?
I might have been thinking it, but I didn't say it.
Yeah, when
I'm
someone hits you
thinking
with
it
a
as I
bat.
read this story.
No, all your liberal shit will go out the window if you get hit by a bat.
I don't use that kind. Nigger, you hit me in the head.
And in court, I'm like, believe me, I called her every name in the book, but not that one.
Yeah,
Like, any other word you could think of, I probably have called her that.
And that's not even that's a terrible word, but it's not a reason to fucking strike somebody in the skull with a bat.
Exactly.
That's almost attempted murder.
Yeah.
What'd they charge
I
you
was
with?
internally bleeding in the brain for 2 days.
Jesus, really?
Because of that.
They charge you with assault or attempted murder?
I think assault. Yeah.
How old is she?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's out on bail, and she couldn't afford that much, so it's definitely not attempted murder.
Okay.
59-year-old woman.
Wow. Thank God she didn't kill you. How humiliating that would be in death.
Oh, God.
Some 60-year-old lady in Pennsylvania kill you.
After
with a
all
bat.
the shit you've done on Jackass and Ben
Yeah, no kidding.
on his shows.
Taken out by Jane Pittman. Humiliating.
What's you said you've watched the film over and over again. What would you say, in your opinion, is like the sickest thing in this movie?
I would say the poo cocktail supreme's pretty goddamn funny.
Christ.
Yeah, that's when Steve-O gets into this porta potty. There's 2 cranes. They're 100 feet up in the air, and there's bungee attached to the porta potty, so it shoots them up 200 feet in the air, and they have like cameras inside the porta potty, so when he floats up, like it's like a free fall.
You hit
So,
like 0 G's at the top
so,
of the.
So like the shit floats with him like for like 5 long seconds.
He has a hard hat on and fucking goggles.
His face when this thing launches is hysterical. It's like he's going up in a rocket ship, man.
No, what's great about it too, like
Fantastic.
Steve-O was telling us, now that he's sober, it makes it a lot harder to do those type of stunts because he used to be lit up a little bit.
Yeah, he used to just be like, "Hey, it's Steve-O, and this is I'm lighting my
But now
dick
he's
on
like,
fire."
Now
and
he's
I was
like, I got anxiety. I'm scared out of my mind.
lighting my dick on fire again.
Right.
Fucked up.
Yeah, he said that he was terrified because he was like a total shit show for a long time.
Yeah.
And now that he doesn't do anything now, like he doesn't even smoke.
What do you guys think of that?
I like it better because he was like a fucking disaster, dude.
Yeah.
Like when we were in New York last time, like he took $1,000 out in ones and at the bank, and he's just like, people who think they're rich walk on rose petals. Well, I walk on money. And he starts throwing the money down in the middle of the street and stepping on it. And I'm like, you're nuts, dude. And all these bums are running out and picking up the money.
Yeah.
Like, he was just so out of his mind. I was like, dude, you need to, like, stop everything or else you're like, on a G.G. Allen path, dude.
Yeah, he totally was. He even said when he was here, he goes, he knows if anything happens that he relapsed, he goes, he knows he'd just be dead. He'd die.
How fucked up are you, though, when the Jackass crew goes, look, your behavior is unacceptable?
That's what I was thinking. You really got to be fucked up, man.
You're behaving irrationally.
He was, dude. He would wake up to, like, nitrous balloons and then, like, Special K and then, like, Coke, vodka, grapefruit, like just anything and everything.
Whatever was
weed,
around.
PCP, whatever.
Yeah, there was nothing
It was
he
like
wouldn't
nuts.
take, man.
Yeah. Xanax, whatever.
Fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You broke, said you broke your fucking kneecap?
Yeah. I broke my clavicle, 3 broken ribs. I busted my kneecap and a broken foot. Yeah. And the worst part about it is the only thing that made it to the actual movie was the broken shoulder.
Really?
All the other stuff will be in 3.5 out in January.
What was your worst injury, you think?
The clavicle. Yeah.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it go?
Yeah. I just landed super wrong on this thing called Electric Avenue. It's like 40 stun guns in a hallway hanging on strings, like waving around. And there's an obstacle course. There's like tires and shit.
Holy shit.
We're running through it, and I had to jump over like a 2x4 about 4 feet up, and I just tripped over it and landed real bad.
And there's stun guns swinging, zapping you?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
It was terrible.
Do you where obviously you're not fucking, ready for the geriatric ward or anything, but you're a lot older than all of you guys than when you started doing this. You guys were fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you start thinking like, I might not be able to do some of the shit that is being asked of me or that I want to do, but just for age circumstance?
The only thing that I don't like to do is like things involving like bulls or something. But Knoxville loves that shit.
Knoxville loves the bulls and
so I'm
Buffalo
like,
and shit.
Go ahead, man. I'll be sitting here watching. Hell yeah! Like a hoof landing on your face, you can't control that.
How many times has he been flipped over and ragdolled by fucking bulls? It's sick. Yeah, the teeter-totter one from the other jackass.
One of the greatest laughs I've ever had was during this fucking teeter-totter when whoever has the fucking is running out and getting gored with a hat. Well, no, wait.
That was Ryan Dunn.
That made me laugh.
Yeah. And then they're just trying to stay up in the air. It really is a great idea. A four-seated teeter-totter. And this bull is just totally fucking people up.
Who's the main creator, the main guy who comes up with the ideas for these concepts? Or is it just everybody, or is there one guy who's the best at it?
It's kind of just everybody, you know. Like I'll be sipping on red wine on an airplane, just thinking of the stupidest thing possible, you know, like just anything stupid. Like, let's think. Maybe I'll apply for a job at Applebee's and have Tiger Woods try to fuck me.
Could happen.
Like just any kind of stupid idea.
Fuck. This is fucking the greatest. I think the biggest laughs I've had in the last 10 years in movies, though, have been in Jackass.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the new one, but the first one and then that scene are the biggest laughs I've had.
Can't get in the
movies.
theater to see the new one yet.
I haven't been to a fucking movie theater in like years. I built one in my own house, so I don't have to go to the fucking movies. Yeah. And this is the only movie I would see in a movie theater. It's
awesome.
It's like
it's worth it.
$50 fucking million first weekend out.
Great job. You're a very busy man today. They're actually wrapping you up over here.
Okay.
You gotta where you going?
I got a flight to L.A.
L.A.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do they look at you? You have to fly first, I would hope. Do they stare at you in first? Like, what is this fucking creep doing up here? How great is that?
No shit, man. I don't doubt it, man.
I love. Yeah,
Very cool.
They have like people that take you through the X-ray machine. You don't have to wait in line. Like they just take you right through. And I have all this shit on, so it beeps.
Oh, he gets the real good treatment.
I don't have to like take anything off.
I have to wait in
And then
line.
they put me right on the plane before they even start boarding.
I'd be afraid of going through the metal detector and have a giant hand come out and just punch you in the face with it. So I got Knoxville's just laughing at you.
Yeah, where your friends are putting shit in your luggage.
Drugs, weapons, all kinds of shit.
A fucking Koran.
Shit, man. Hey, Bam, continued success with this movie. It's fucking really doing well, man.
50 million, man. And BamMargera.com. It's BAMMARGERA.
BAMARGERA.
Oh, they fucked up.
Yeah, it's only one M.
All right, kill that person.
Kill him.
All right, Bam Argera. It's like .com.
Just one M, yeah.
You still doing your radio show too? Or?
Yeah, big time.
All right.
And by Dream Seller, it's autobiography / memoir by Brandon Novak.
That's him. Yeah, it's
Love this guy.
on 28 Faction.
Yeah, Faction is a
cool, man.
great channel here
Mondays
on Sirius
at
XM.
7.
Right on. Bam Margera, everyone.
Thanks, Bam.
Cool, quick break and we'll continue.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony Show on the fire.
This is a, isn't this a duet karaoke? Yeah, this is Danny singing lead, me singing backup during karaoke. Of course, there'll be plenty of karaoke going on. I mean, we might have to get some Halloween songs together for the big Halloween party. Yes, sir.
Can do.
Ange has been decorating the house, and she knows that I am very paranoid, very scared. I'm a very scared person. So I don't understand why, right when I open the door, there's a life-size mummy standing next to the staircase with little rats with light-up eyes, and it's all very scary. Look, I am going to shoot that. I am going to walk in one day and draw and shoot on that.
I bet she put the mummy there because the daddy's like, where's the mummy?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Chip. I asked her.
I thought so.
Look how scary that is. Like, I come down the stairs and I'm like in a haze and I look over and there's some fucking thing standing there.
Looks like Freddy says.
Poor
He's
Freddy
all
says.
wrapped up with his hands crossed across
All
his
I want to
chest.
do is beat up Freddy Says for the rest of the show. They loved him at Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium.
did they? 22 years. Go fuck himself.
It was his hobby when he retired, obviously.
So what did he do before that?
I don't know.
Probably a librarian. He worked in like a really quiet atmosphere.
He
was a cat burglar. He just wanted to make noise in his old age.
Dang, 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 dang. Enough of this quiet shit.
Clang, 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 clang.
I don't see the mummy being that scary yet.
No,
You're right.
It's because it's life size.
Yeah.
And it takes you by surprise. Now, you look at it in a picture, it's fine. But when you're opening your
It just
door.
looks like a nice statue.
No, when you open your door
Maybe
and
the
turn the
picture's
light
not doing
on.
it justice.
It isn't. Because when you open the door and turn the light on and something life size and humanoid figured is standing there. Now I had to have her take away something from one of the upstairs bedrooms. It was a very guinea kind of bust of a woman, a statue of a woman with her head turned.
Yeah.
And it was on one of the dressers. And every time I walk past the door, there's this fucking bust staring at me. And again, I go, that is going to get shot.
Do you have control of your own house at this point?
No, I lost that.
It's
fucking,
obvious.
About a year and a half, 2 years ago, I lost all control of my house. All ownership control is gone.
You still own it on paper, though, right?
On paper, I
All
still
right,
own
good.
it, but
Good to know.
but in a literal sense,
Because you
it
talk
is-
about your house like you were visiting someone else's house, but it's
I
your
know.
house. I get very confused.
It makes going home very exciting.
'cause
I
don't
never
think
know
you-
what's going to be there.
I don't think you really ever were a Halloween guy like this, to this extent, with the decorations and
But
stuff.
here's the great thing about Keith and Ange. I say to Ange, I go, Ange, I want to have a Halloween party. And she goes, okay. And you know what? It turns from me going, I want to do something, and then being the lazy piece of shit I am and not getting it done, to it being done to the fucking nines. Like, I walked in, she's getting the decorations going. This is just the beginning, believe me. And then I look over in the corner, and there's a smoke machine and smoke machine stuff. So there's gonna be all kinds of like, ooh, spooky. There's like a spider web thing up on the mantle and pumpkin-y things, and she'll do it up where if people are over, not if, when people come over, it's going to look like a real live Halloween party.
When is the
30th, Saturday.
That's 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
She's starting early.
Yeah.
Not even.
Very seasonal.
This
I like
point,
this
not
too.
even.
One of my neighbors, giant outdoor things, big skull on this lawn that's like 6 feet tall that opens the mouth and goes, "Arr, arr." So it's like, oh, good. The new neighbor, relatively new, he's into the whole thing.
Did you invite him over yet?
No!
Well, what are you going to do to compete with the big skull?
I'm not doing anything outside.
You know what? I got a suggestion. You got the money?
Yeah.
I say you buy June Cleaver.
Oh, really? Barbara Billingsley?
Yeah,
She's recently dead.
Well, buy her, though.
Yeah.
The family probably needs the cash. She didn't work.
I wouldn't doubt it.
She didn't work that much late in her life. And, tell her, look, let's wait till after Halloween to bury her. And then.
And then put a big sign up that says celebrity appearance, Barbara Billingsley.
How great would that be? Can we make the call?
I'd be the biggest person.
Who do we call to
in the
try to
neighborhood.
get June Cleaver to Anthony's house for the next week
I
or
want
so?
Barbara Billingsley's body.
Why
For
not?
my Halloween party.
What would be the difference?
Should I keep her outside or inside? I don't want to stinking the place up.
Well, it would compete with the skull.
Put her in a chair outside?
Yeah. With an Afghan.
Yeah.
With an
With an Afghan.
I can't believe she was still alive.
I know.
She was one of those celebrities. Wow. Your first thought was, wow, she was still alive?
Yeah.
94?
94. She was June Cleaver in the Leave It to Beaver series, and then she did that one thing on Airplane where she spoke jive and talked to the black guys on the plane. And then she lived in obscurity till she dropped dead the other day.
Did you read any of the tweets about June Cleaver?
Wait, is that who was the jive talking lady on the airplane?
Yes.
I didn't even get that.
Yeah, that
That's
was her.
even funnier now.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
her.
That was the June Cleaver lady.
I speak jive.
Barbara Billingsley, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the tweets were just...
Yes. I didn't... What were they, beaver tweets? A lot of beaver pussy tweets?
One was... Oh, God, I hope it wasn't Andy Levy. Oh, fuck. I love that
Andy's
guy.
very good.
He's usually a really good...
Andy's got great tweets.
He's a very good Twitter guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you'd have to slap him if this was his tweet.
Hey, even he knows
I
not everything's
believe he
gold.
said if it was him, goodbye, Mom.
No, that wasn't him, unless it was sarcastic.
If that's sarcastic,
I don't know.
That's kind of funny.
If it's sarcastic.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
At a Levy, it would have to be.
But we've discussed we don't know how to do sarcasm.
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 I actually scaled down sarcasm.
We don't know how to do it on the Twitter. We did the winky face. That helps some of the tweets along. But
I think
could you go to Andy Levy's Twitter and see if it was him?
Sarcasm on Twitter has to be that you have to know the person and know they would never say that in real life.
Can we try a new one? It just hit me.
Yeah.
Roller coaster words to indicate sarcasm.
Sarcasm?
So
like that?
Like a capital letter in the middle of a word. So it's like kind of roller coaster words.
Like a big capital S for sarcasm.
What?
At least with the video. No, I don't see anything.
All right. That's why I wanted Danny to go here because, I mean, I don't want him getting the blame for that if he did not tweet that. Maybe he retweeted that.
He could have retweeted. Oh, Stuart. Oh, see, he goes, R.I.P. Barbara Billingsley. Okay, stewardess. Stewardess, I speak jive. Yeah,
Okay.
that was it.
So I owe Andy Levy a big, huge apology. So follow Andy Levy on Twitter. That's what he gets today, a few followers from me being a uninformed jerk.
He's very funny.
Andy's great. He really is one of the better ones out there.
He's good. Rogan's good to follow, too. Rogan always tweets really interesting shit. Like
Rogan finds
weird
stuff.
Yeah,
you don't
man.
know where he finds half that stuff.
I watched a little of some of the UFC.
I saw the Hardy fight.
They had the guy with the mohawk.
Yeah, Dan Hardy.
Yeah. He got his fucking ass handed to
he
him.
did.
Holy shit. Ooh, did he get fucked up?
Dana White called me last week. I was doing
No, he didn't.
He did.
Oh.
But I was doing a podcast, and I was like, I have to get it after I was done.
Oh, no. You blew him up for a podcast?
I didn't blow him off. It was being broadcast. I had to, I couldn't just answer the phone. And then he was on a plane after, so I didn't get to talk to him. But he probably wanted to fly me to England.
Last you'll hear him.
Really?
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's where the big fight was.
That's what I was
You
saying.
never know with that guy, though.
Yeah, I know. Jim, hop on a plane in 10
Yeah.
minutes. Come to England.
Yeah, I got it.
Literally, he was right on a plane after that. Come speak to the British people with me.
Yes.
He spoke at Oxford.
Really?
The nerve of him.
The gall.
To speak at that fine university. That's how big UFC is. He spoke at Oxford.
I don't know what this guy's getting at. Let me go to Sean in Georgia. Sean.
It is, Sean.
Hey.
Hey, it's good to see that you're such a responsible gun owner that you have time to identify exactly what it is.
I didn't say I was shooting. I said I'll draw on it.
You said you would put a hole in it.
Well, I probably will. I have great trigger discipline. Shut up. Oh, he hung up. I think I drew on a computer once. It made noise. It scared me. Teasing, of course.
Ew.
Keep my weapon holstered, motherfucker.
You all right, Jimmy?
I am. Yeah, I need a good sneeze.
Hey, why don't we roll into some Jocktober? We did the big June Cleaver.
Holy shit! I forgot it's Jocktober still.
We did the June Cleaver. Abrams. We did a little sports. A guy calling me a dope or whatever, which is fine. But
what? Jimmy?
He thinks that people. He thinks that you can get leverage fighting on ice. Not so much.
Not as much as on.
You would see guys so fucked up after hockey fights if that was the case.
You could get momentum. You can't get leverage. Not like on playing ground.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking if you're skating real fast and you belt someone.
Oh, no, but it's never like that.
But no, if you're standing one spot, every action has equal and opposite reaction.
Right.
You need the friction between your feet and the ground.
Thank you.
So as not to use the energy to push back.
I'm sure there's times where the guys could grip in a little bit, sure. But in general, these guys are sliding all over the place when they're fighting.
Not as good as solid ground.
So I don't think the punches are as effective if it was solid ground.
What does
That's
Adam
all
and
I'm
Jamie
saying.
say? Adam and Jamie, what do they say?
That's all I'm
We're going to
saying.
have to suggest this one to the
Yes,
guys for
yes.
maybe next season. I know
Yes.
this season is brand new Mythbusters, so I already filmed it, so we'll have to wait till next
Barack
season.
Obama going to be appearing on Mythbusters, by the way.
Really? On that tiny little show?
He's refuting the results that they got about the mirrors being used to burn up ships in the old days.
Oh, sure. That was a great, the death ray.
Are you serious?
The death ray. Yeah, and Obama says no, that he thinks that's true. So he wants them to do it again, and they're gonna do it again. They busted that myth and said it took too long to set their little boat that they had on fire with 127 mirrors.
Well, yeah, I think they set up some kind of parabola
Yeah.
setup, and
they said back in that time you might as well just use flaming arrows.
Yeah, they said by the time the ship would have had to sit in one spot and not move.
Right.
It's just
they didn't have a tracking system for these mirrors.
Technically, sure, you could do it. Is it feasible for battle? No.
It wasn't even. It was busted. It wasn't even plausible. But Obama's coming on because, the economy's in the shitter. We're still fighting wars. But he wants to know.
Has he filmed it or no?
Not sure.
I thought he was trying to dispel the myth that you could drop so many points in popularity so completely and immediately.
I think that has actually been confirmed.
Yeah, no one could be this unpopular this quickly after being so popular so quickly.
Yes.
He'll turn it around.
Yeah, Bush is going to show up. Sure can, pal.
They're actually going to cheer for Bush.
Good political joke, Jim.
Wait, but the skate thing.
Yes. The skate thing.
Am I wrong or not?
No, I would think you could get a lot more leverage.
These guys at times are beating the shit out of each other. I acknowledge that. But if you had if you had so many fights just on the ground like they're doing in hockey, there'd be messed up guys.
Yeah, the forward force of the push of the punch is going to push you backwards
slightly.
If you're
just
if
enough
you don't
to
have
take
enough friction
to take a little off the punch is what I'm saying. Just enough to make it where these guys aren't getting fucked up.
You need friction between your feet and the ground to counter that energy of the punch going forward. So if you're on ice, you're going to slide backwards with the same force of the punch going forward.
That's why they hold each other's jerseys.
Yes. Now that's the thing. If you're holding the jersey, now you're getting some force.
Are you, though?
But it's...
Rich on Long Island. Rich.
Hey there, Rich.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Yeah, no, man, these guys fucking live on the ice, bro. I mean, these guys that are in the NHL have been playing ice hockey since they're young as shit, man. They're probably better fighters on the ice than they are on the ground.
I'm not saying that, but you can't fight physics, just basic physics, by being on the ice all the time.
That's all I'm saying. The physics...
What, do you pie wedge your skates so they dig in? Do you pie wedge?
No, I mean, they could probably throw one hell of a punch on the ice. I don't
doubt it.
But
I'm not doubting that, sir, but I'm just saying you are dealing, like Ant just said, with physics as well, and I think that takes away from this a little bit.
Do you think they could throw a harder punch without skates on, standing on ground, than they can with skates on? Do you think their punch would be harder?
This is such a Mythbusters question.
I know, and they could
It really
do
is.
it. They'd have like the friggin' gauge of energy of a punch on ice and then on regular ground.
They throw it differently. I mean, it's, they're squared up a little bit differently. I mean, you got to think they got to have their foot kind of planted on the ice on edge to throw a punch in the first place.
I got you. And then if you skate into someone a little and you start moving your mass forward, that'll counteract going back. But I don't know. I just think it would be a lot easier to punch somebody on regular dirt. Even for a hockey player.
But, I mean, they get their edge in the ice pretty good, too. So,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Good Mythbusters.
Well, if you're not sliding backwards, then you're not burning up any energy. So, if you dig your skate in the back. I don't know. Mythbusters. Mythbusters.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Thanks, sir.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
All right, brother. Just a dumb thought.
It really is.
Jocktober time.
I like physics.
Why don't we hit that intro there?
Oh.
This is awesome. A celebration of rap-tastic radio from around this great nation of ours. Great. Thank you. So turn up this turn-tacular radio. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Yes.
Jocktober. Ooh, yeah. I like that.
What do we got today,
Who
Sam?
are we featuring today, and from where do they hail?
Well, funny you should ask, Anthony, because today we're not going very far at all. As a matter of fact, we're staying right here in New York, and we're visiting our old pal, the man who replaced us on terrestrial radio.
No way!
The Nick Cannon and Rollin' with Nick Cannon.
Rolling with Nick Cannon today?
Rolling with Nick Cannon.
Because that's what you do with Nick. You roll with him.
What'd you put up there, Danny? Myth...
Oh, no. I Googled a hockey fight. It looked like a guy taking a pretty sweet punch to the face.
Yeah, exactly. His face was bent like a banana. His whole head went like bent.
What'd I do with it? No, I'm sorry.
All right, so rolling with Nick Cannon. Wonderful. Yeah. We've been waiting for this day.
Well, we haven't visited Nick Cannon in quite a while.
Yeah.
And so it's important to see how a host of a show is developed.
Will he be doing the fugitive?
Was that the Fugitive station last year?
Yeah, 92.3 now.
But that was another show we looked at, right?
One of the
Chunky.
many.
Chunky.
Chunky got
Whatever
a-
happened to Chunky? Is he
He's
still on the radio?
As a matter of fact, he's a fan of the show, and he download every time we made fun of him, he downloads the show on Audible so he can have it.
Aw.
Chunky.
We got to get our Audible numbers up, so maybe we should talk about Chunky every day.
Chunky. It was really awkward. I met him at a career day.
Oh, yeah? What does he want to be?
No.
You guys should have made a suicide pact like the fucking Columbine shooters.
My mom volunteered me for career day at my old middle school like
Ew,
a
how
few
old
months
are you?
ago. I'm
Ew,
26.
why? Why is your mom doing that?
Because she ran into one of the guidance counselors at the supermarket.
What did the guidance counselor
Where do you
ever do
live?
to you?
Yeah, what did
New Rochelle.
What'd your mom say? My son's a molester. He'd love to come here.
You've been out of school for how long? It's a junior high school thing?
Junior high.
And she wants to send you back to junior high counselor for career day?
To do career day, to host.
Don't you have to have a career?
Oh, I thought you wanted you to sit there and
No,
like.
I have a career.
What do you have to offer kids?
I have a career in broadcasting.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
She probably wanted you to eat with people who are on the same food level as you are. Bunch of fish stick cunts.
PB&J's.
Sam's going to do it for the hot lunch.
Yeah. Oh, it's pizza day, Friday.
So when your mom sent you there, I wish my mom would try that. Her and the guidance counselor would be having one awkward talk. Where is he? I don't know. He's not coming. I called my son. He said, "Go fuck yourself," and hung up on me. So you went?
Yeah, I went. It was
And
my
you
old,
spoke.
It was my old middle school. I spoke to the teacher. Happened to be a big O&A fan, so that was nice.
Here's the biggest part of this.
Yeah.
Where's the tape?
There wasn't tape.
No,
Why
see,
wouldn't
no.
you tape
Why
that?
would you not put a little mic on you and a little recorder, knowing we would love to hear what you would have to say to these
Someone taped it.
young, aspiring children? Someone taped it.
I don't know. I didn't tape it. I don't think it was because it wasn't in like an auditorium. It was.
Of course
in
it was. And that would require a lot of people being interested.
And it was uncomfortable because I guess they overbooked. And there was only, I did like 4 sessions, and each session only had like 3 to 5 kids. So it was like I went.
Wait, you sat there in front of 3 kids?
Yeah, and I'm like,
and told them about radio?
Anybody have any questions?
No.
And there was just 3 of them, so how many questions could they possibly have?
Wait.
You know what this is? This is fucking Billy Crystal in City Slickers when he goes to present in front of the classroom and he's talking about selling airtime on the radio. And no one fucking gave a shit.
I just told them I met 50 Cent to try to get.
Did they care?
Yeah, they got a little excited about that.
So wait.
Did they ask you funny questions about your hair?
No. They
shut
didn't. There's kids. They didn't ask anything.
Was there
they were
one black
completely
kid, one white
unengaged.
kid, and one Asian kid, like a commercial?
No, my middle school was not white heavy.
Oh, so they were all black kids?
A lot of black and Hispanic
You gave
kids.
back.
I did.
You gave back.
I'd like to give back to the community.
Oh, that's good.
So wait, they booked you on career day.
Yeah.
Now, why weren't there full classrooms?
I don't know.
He just explained it.
No, but did they have to sign up as to who was interested in seeing you?
I hope not, because if that's the case,
What were the other careers?
Yeah, really.
Carjacking, the fucking class was full. He just got the fucking bleed over from fucking.
Well, there was
fucking white girls. That class has been sold out for weeks.
Shit.
So wait, what else were they doing? Weren't they required to be in class?
the police department was there.
Oh, of course.
Well, not for career day.
No,
Exactly.
just to make sure.
Just to clean up the riffraff.
Yes. Just it was a pre-introduction.
Yeah, you best get to know this guy.
There was a fireman there. There was a doctor there. There was somebody involved in local government.
And wait, were they all? You guys were all going into the same amount of classroom students, or no?
We each had a classroom, so I don't know how many the other classes.
So you lower the basket down on a rope and get your money first, motherfucker. Then you put the drugs in. Any of that?
No.
No drug dealers for career day?
We're trying to get the kids to really say, oh, school is important. Let me stay in school and get a good career. Because I told them the only reason I was able to get a job is because I started with an internship. And you can't get an internship without going to college.
Did you tell them you were interning for a guy that didn't graduate high school?
No, I didn't mention
See,
it.
that would have been a good one.
Did you mention the shit hat during other people's internships?
No.
You have to be willing to put shit on your head in a hat form.
And by the way, no pay whatsoever.
Right. No,
They
I didn't
love
mention
doing that.
Yeah.
No, huh?
I did mention that I worked for free for a long time.
That's encouraging to a bunch of kids.
Well, I wanted to
kids that won't even work for McDonald's.
I'll pay you.
mention
that.
Yeah.
No, huh?
I did mention that I worked for free for a long time.
That's encouraging to a bunch of kids.
Well, I wanted to
kids that won't even work for McDonald's.
A pay your dues lecture to a bunch of 6-year-olds.
I wanted to instill some a good work ethic in these kids.
Any fuckable girls? Junior high?
I mean, they're 7th graders.
Exactly so.
No,
Jesus.
not to
No?
my
Just
gauge,
asking.
No.
A lot of women or girls are maturing faster these days.
That's true, and a lot of the boys
Because
were
of the hormones in the chickens.
were taller and had trash dashes.
Of course, they're
already.
30. So did you play any audio from your Hits 1 to show them?
No, I didn't play any. But I did mention that I had a show on Hits 1. I said, look at all these things I'm doing and I've had the opportunity to do, and it all started with an internship thanks to me going to college, kids.
Wow. Did out of nowhere Gangsta's Paradise start playing? Because you were teaching the black kids.
I was just giving them candy bars so they would pay attention.
Yeah. I could see that happen.
I told him I'd take them on a roller coaster. But
you got to use your mind, young brother. And he pointed at his head and it really
did you
sunk
do that?
in.
Did you give one of those speeches like, "My young brothers and sisters, you must use your minds. Don't think with your behinds."
No.
Did you rhyme anything?
No.
Because that gets to them.
I know.
Rhyming is big.
Y'all going to have to deal with gentrification.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you.
Mm-hmm. I felt like rhyming was...
Plymouth Rock landed on us.
That's right.
Did you say that?
No, that's a Malcolm X.
Did you say, unless they move this powder keg, his house will explode.
Yeah,
the
see?
house will explode. It's more Malcolm X.
Did you do that?
No. I
don't
didn't
know
mention
why.
the chickens coming home to roost.
To
None of
roost?
that. Yeah.
You didn't do that?
No.
Did you lie your hair back? Use lye and grease to make it all like a white person's?
I had the same hair. This is the hairstyle I wore.
Did you say that that when you started radio, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was trying to teach you and I?
No, I didn't mention that
No?
either. No.
Did you open the door and go, "Get out. Get out"?
Nope.
Wow,
No,
this
I
sounds
didn't do
like
any
a bore
Ricky Gervais.
fest.
It was a good speech, I thought.
Why is it a
No,
good
it wasn't.
speech?
How did you start? Now, you got to remember what your first opening line was.
Where is everybody? Why does no one give a shit?
Someone call 911.
Why is my entire Hits 1 audience here? Sorry, for more than 2 people like you.
I mean, it's overnights. Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. What was your opener?
Well,
You
I
get up.
think,
Did someone announce you?
yeah, the teacher did. No,
Lady and gentlemen, here is.
the first one I announced myself, but I didn't know how to start because there's only 3 people there.
Yeah.
You should have had a song.
Yeah.
Some music to bring in.
Well, no,
What
Benny Hill.
would your song be?
Oh,
if you
God.
could, to bring in
Taps.
for the big inspirational fucking speech.
Thunderkiss 65.
All right, let's do a little.
Thunderkiss 65.
This would have been your opener.
All right, so here it is. Comes fucking in hard. Music comes in. Now, where are you? Is it in a classroom?
Yeah, it's in a classroom.
So you're out in the hallway.
I was just standing in the classroom.
And you're hearing the talk going on between 3 people inside.
And then you hear your music
The rabble. Now your
kicking
music
in.
starts. You hear it behind the door. And the kids now are like, holy shit, what's going on?
Do you come in before the vocals?
No, this is...
No. When do you open the door?
Right here.
Oh, now...
Kicking the door
Now, Sam,
open.
do you hold your hand up and wave to them?
Yeah.
And now you wait, you let the music play out a little. Do you clap?
Yes.
And you get the kids clapping.
While I'm walking, no, I kind of jog in. And I clap, yeah.
Now the kids are clapping.
What's a jog?
A jog.
He jogs
All right.
it.
And now the music fades down a little bit. Yeah, and now you got to keep the energy up. So now, Sam Roberts.
Hi, everyone. You know...
Shut up, motherfucker!
Yeah. What color is you?
I tried to inspire them and tell
Your mama.
them that I went to that school. I was just where they are.
Don't worry.
And it didn't even seem like that long ago.
Oh, you told them that?
That's right.
And they go,
not.
Were you hearing in the background? Yeah, all right. Uh-huh.
No, because there were just 3 of them. They didn't even look at me from
They're
half
actually
of it.
the same kids were in class that he went to school with. How you doing?
Hey,
Johnny?
I used to steal your money, motherfucker.
But after the first session, the teacher was like, hey, I was just thinking, just because, the kids know who I am, why don't I introduce you?
Oh.
And I went, oh.
Burn right there.
Okay.
Burn.
And then he also said I should mention that satellite radio is in all the new cars because with my description, the kids still have no idea.
How about
what
he doesn't
satellite
give you
radio
pointers
is.
because you're doing this for free?
They know because when
You
they
should tell them to
steal
shut
the
fuck up.
cars, They know that satellite's in
Yeah,
there.
they rip the radio
yeah,
right
yeah,
out.
they rip it out and they go, oh, it's satellite.
Right. You know that thing you steal out of cars?
Yes, see,
no,
that's
not an
probably the
iPod,
best way.
satellite radio.
Wow, that sounds like it sucked.
Yeah, it did suck. I didn't want to
Did
do
you
it.
smack your mother for getting you into that?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah. God, she's going to meet next in the fucking grocery store.
I don't know. It's because she
Terrible.
doesn't move.
Yeah.
We stay in Westchester.
Who does she talk to? Like, why is she talking to your old guidance counselor in a grocery store? I'd be like, oh, it's my old guidance counselor. And not even look.
My mom was very involved in school. She was
Was
very
she? Was
involved
she
in
part
the
of the PTA?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, she was a star.
Yeah.
Bobby's
Bobby's
a perfect PTA fucking mother.
Oh, yeah, and if there was like a...
She's the definition of PTA, Bobby.
She's obsessed with her son.
She helped out with all the clubs.
Yeah, she really is obsessed with a little boy.
Was she a Cub Scout leader?
Oh, yeah. She was. Look, she had a problem to the extent
wow,
where
that's bad.
I was in Cub Scouts. I left after 5th grade. Then my brother had another 2 years of Cub Scouts, so she stayed on. Then he left Cub Scouts, and she stayed on.
Even though none of her kids were
She
left.
had no kids in Cub
She had
Scouts.
no reason to be the Cub Scout
She
leader
stayed there
anymore.
for another 2
She
years.
realized
she
if she was a guy, she would be arrested.
Yes.
Yeah.
She said nobody could lead it properly.
What is there to do in Cub Scouts?
I don't know.
Make sure
And
that
why
little
would you
fucking
care?
kerchief is tied right around their neck.
Yeah.
Did she used to straighten yours out?
Well-
Make sure yours was straight so you look like a good little soldier?
You got to make sure, especially if you're a wee below.
You blow.
Yeah, the wee blows
blow
were
little boys.
just the worst
It
thing.
stands for We Be Loyal Scouts. I bet you didn't know that.
Yeah, but you know,
How about they
should
change
have
the name?
changed it.
We below.
Wee blow.
So they don't
Who wants
continue
to
with
be
the
a wee
jokes.
blow? It's wee blow.
I didn't realize that at the time.
Dumb.
How long were you this fucking horrible status thing?
We below?
Yeah.
You get to
And
be...
don't say wee below. It's wee blow.
No,
Everyone
it's-
says it like wee blow.
No, it's we below.
No,
you get to we below is 2 years. So you get once you're 5th grade we below, you're at the top of the pack.
And then Cub Scout.
No. Cub Scout is all encompassing.
And then
you
Black
start
Panthers.
Cub Scouts first, I thought.
Cub Scout is all encompassing.
No, wee blow is always
No.
the
You
younger ones.
You start as a Tiger
Yeah.
Scout, then you become a wolf, then you become a bear, then you become
Yes.
a then you become a Weebelo for the next 2
You
years.
never graduate past Twink. What happened?
And this is
got left
Cub
behind.
Scouts.
What kind of merit badges you got?
I killed it. And you should have seen the belt loops I had. Nobody had as many belt
What do you
loops.
mean belt
Unfortunately, there wasn't one for your neck.
Oh, hold on, man.
Nice
Slow
David
down.
Carradine.
Slow down a little bit. Why don't you bring all this shit in tomorrow? Because I know Mommy still has
We
it.
would love
You
to
want
see
me
it.
to see my Cub Scout uniform?
Yes, bring in
My
all your
Weebelo?
Cub Scout stuff.
I want to
that
smell
Mom-
the back of it.
that Mommy has in a Tupperware somewhere in that house.
It's not even lost in the house. I'll bet if I went over there, she'd know exactly what it was.
Of course
She's
she will.
ironing it right now.
And could you bring in the Tupperware of your old hair too? Because I don't believe that one.
Yeah, I could.
The last time Sam Roberts grew his hair out and shaved it, his mom saved it.
She's obsessed with it.
And
It's unhealthy.
And supposedly it's in Tupperware. So could you bring that in tomorrow too?
Yeah, but she might not want me to bring it in because she thinks that you guys will do something.
She'll
to
right.
it.
She's right.
No,
Yeah.
You'll never go home with that hair. I'll burn it.
See? She
It's
heard
creepy.
Jim just say that.
you got to bring it in.
All right, but you can't burn it.
I'm gonna put my dick on it. I want to rub my dick in his old hair.
Imagine the smell if we burned his old hair.
Can I bring in some of it, or you want the whole Tupperware?
We got to see the whole Tupperware of your old hair.
And the Cub Scout uniform?
That's
Oh.
creepy
Why
shit.
would she save your hair?
I don't. I couldn't comprehend.
What's her?
She is
Can
really
we get Bobby on
creepy.
the phone today?
What's
Yeah.
her reason for
Can we get
that?
Bobby on?
She's really
I haven't had Bobby on in a
Yeah,
while.
she's obsessed with you.
It's not healthy.
Oh, Eric doesn't have my home.
She's
phone
one of those
number.
women that God forbid anything happen to you.
Jesus, Sam.
I'm just
That's
saying.
every mother.
But no, it's not every
Well,
mother.
she's got
some
some
mothers
certainly
move
every
on by
mother.
some mothers can move on by using that negative energy to start foundations and do things like she would just lose her mind like Jason's mother.
She's got 3 kids.
Yeah, but they're not
But
all
only
you.
one baby Sammy can.
Little baby Sam.
I think you're the middle child too, right?
I am the middle child.
Oh, the
Which
Jan
makes it
Brady.
even weirder.
Yeah.
I have an older sister
Usually
and a
they
younger
like
brother.
the first.
Mm-hmm.
Firstborn usually, not middle.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of love for my younger brother too. My older sister acts just like my dad, so I think my mom doesn't like her.
You can't go on this show and say that.
What? We're being honest.
Your mom
here, right?
doesn't like your sister.
I think, if anybody, because she acts like my dad, and
What
my
isn't
mom.
she, what
you know,
doesn't she like about your sister?
that she acts like my dad?
But your dad and mom seem to get along fine.
No,
There's problems.
there used to be. It's better now that he's retired.
What
but
were the? What kind of work was he doing?
he worked in advertising
Well, wait, your parents had problems? They look like the perfect fucking couple.
because my dad was thrifty and my mom didn't like that.
Wow.
He's a cheapskate?
He still is. He likes to save his money.
So what would he do that was
Well,
a
yeah,
cheapskate?
I mean, how do you make money? You save money.
What would he
you
do
know?
as a cheapskate that she hated?
Oh, I mean, anytime there was any sort of thing that needed to be done to the house or furniture that needed replacing or anything that didn't work, it was never replaced. There was nothing new purchased.
What would he say?
He said, no, we don't need that. He would refuse.
Even though everyone thought you needed to replace it.
Right. Or like no air conditioning.
What?
No AC?
In the summers, like it would have to be 90 degrees or higher before you
Bobby.
turn it on.
Hi.
Sam is trashing you
No.
and the entire family, so we wanted you to call in and protect the fine name of the Roberts there.
I can't even believe Sam would do that.
I wouldn't. They said that you
Sam
like
is
me
a-
better than Casey and Amanda, and that they want me to bring in the Tupperware of hair, and that Jim wants penis in it.
Wow.
That's embarrassing.
No, I didn't say that.
That's
I don't know
embarrassing,
about
Sam.
Jim's penis touching your hair.
I didn't say that. I said that about the hair on his head.
She would never allow your penis to touch Sam's hair. You missed that.
What is the you saved Sam's hair?
Well, only the one time when he really,
But one time is bad enough.
Well, he'd grown out an afro, and then I used to always cut his hair, so he decided he wanted it all cut off, so I just saved it.
Do you open it up late at night sometimes?
No, I
remember,
don't.
And remember the old Sammy?
I do not ever open it up.
But why are you keeping it?
Yeah, why
Bobby?
do you keep it?
I like calling her Bobby.
No reason.
You just like her name.
I like her name.
Because I like to keep special things.
But it's his hair.
Like her son.
His hair was
Special.
very special.
Why?
We're a very sentimental
It was on
family.
top of an empty shell.
It's Sam's hair. Of course it's special.
We're a very
Sam is-
sentimental family.
Sam was also telling me that you definitely saved all his badges from Cub Scouts and Weeblos and.
Oh, yeah, they're on his shirt. It's hanging in the closet upstairs.
I left in 5th grade.
Wait, it's been hanging since 5th grade?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
How many years ago is 5th grade? I know you're a bit younger than us, Sam.
Well, how old are you in
5th grade is about 11, right?
Yeah, so
I
that-
guess.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
So 15, 16 years?
16, 17
16
years.
or 17 years it's been hanging in a closet?
Yeah.
No,
That's creepy.
That is creepy.
It's been hanging in the same closet, although sometimes when I clear out that closet, I take it out and put it on a different hanger.
Just to freshen it up.
Sam, is your room still intact at your parents' house?
Have a race car bed in there?
No, it's not intact, but that's because there was movement that went on. My sister went to college, and me and my brother separated our joint bedroom. So the childhood bedroom was renovated while I still lived there.
Do you like his girlfriend, or do you see her as a threat?
Jess?
Yeah.
She is adorable.
Well, we all know she's adorable. I did not ask you that, Mrs. Roberts. I asked you if you like her, or do you see her as a threat to your little boy?
Oh, no. She is a wonderful support to Sam. I do not see her as a threat. I love Jess.
And do you think you'll be able to keep her under your thumb the way you should so your little boy is safe?
I don't think I have to keep her under my thumb.
I don't know. You know how some girls could be a little bitchy. You don't want Sam being unhappy.
I think Sam can handle whatever Sam needs to handle. Don't you?
I'm an independent thinker.
Yeah, but this isn't about Sam. This is about Bobby and collecting all of Sam's stuff.
Yeah, you're hoarding Sam's things.
Yeah, that like his.
Oh, yeah, I do that. But I also hoard Amanda's things and Casey's things.
Not so much though, right?
No.
Let's be honest.
It's
Sam's
not
your
your little
favorite.
boy. That's not your little
I've been
boy.
around the family a few times. Sam's your favorite.
Maybe she's just trying to make me look good in front of you because you're the boss.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. That's
No, she adores Sam.
Yeah.
Sam.
And also
in an unhealthy way.
And also, Sam said there's problems in the old marriage there.
What?
No, what I said was there was problems, and I said the only reason you might not like Amanda is because she acts like my dad.
Yeah, Sam doesn't think you like Amanda at all, which would be Sam's older sister.
Amanda is wonderful, and I love her. She's terrific. I do like her. Let's see.
I do like her.
Like
not
her.
love.
I do love her too.
Isn't it hard to keep on such a cheery voice and face when internally the house is just collapsing?
Just collapsing around you.
Guys are the biggest troublemakers in the world.
Well, no, the sad part is, Bobby, if I may, Sam started this.
No, I didn't start it. I mentioned
I was keeping it all nice.
I mentioned that I went to Career Day.
No, you
while
mentioned
back.
that your dad's a bit on the
And
thrifty
by the way,
side.
I did say that.
Career Day thing was not my idea. The school called me and said, "Hey, we know Sam is on the radio, and
That's what
we're
he should have heard.
O&A, and we're wondering if he would come for Career Day." And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm sure he would."
They meant to learn something. They wanted him to listen to the policemen and the firemen.
Because it's not too late to get another career, Sam.
Did the school call you, or did you meet someone in a grocery store? Didn't you meet one of the teachers in a grocery store?
This is where the lies unfold.
Actually, it wasn't a grocery store. It was a funeral home.
See? A minute ago it was a phone
What are you
call.
doing at a funeral home?
Shopping?
Yes.
I was going for a visitation for somebody who died.
Well, I hope so. I mean, not I hope so, but I would
Wow.
hope. That's
Was it
why
Freddie
you'd be there.
says.
Freddie says.
So that's awful. The two people are just grieving over a casket. They're like, "Hey, what is your son doing? Can he come in and talk?"
That's some weird small talk.
Career Day. He'd love to come in and say hi.
So Bobby, what's with the thriftiness with the husband? That Sam brought up, not us.
I told them, they said, what were the problems between you and Dad? And I said, you many times didn't appreciate that growing up, Dad was a bit thrifty at times.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's very thrifty, yes.
Right.
But you guys lived all over the world. How could you be thrifty doing that?
Well, he was working for an international company, and they weren't thrifty.
Yeah, they put you up in some of the finest hotels around the world.
What was an example of thriftiness?
I'm sorry?
An example of his thriftiness. Because my parents occasionally had issues like that as well.
But he's just old school.
I don't think that we should discuss this on the radio.
Oh, that's where the line is?
Oh, now we see where the line is.
Because he's listening, and then I'll have to do all this explaining after I get off the phone.
How about
Just say it was a bit for the air.
It's
It
for
works.
the air. Yeah. How about we put him on a little conference call and we'll work out the family problems.
There
right
are
here.
no more family
Sam's
problems.
saying there's
I
major
like it.
family problems.
No,
Nothing
everything's
says
better.
family problems than a guy saying there's no family problems.
Right.
by the
Then
way.
what am I supposed to say?
And what about the infidelity,
Exactly.
Sam?
There is no infidelity.
Don't you guys have more interesting things to do?
Oh,
Have you
wow.
listened to the show?
Obviously not a
Does your
fan of the
does your
show.
son come home and tell you of the bore fest of working here? Bobby sounds like a fun gal.
Yeah,
She
Bobby,
is fun.
where's Sam's hair right now?
It's in my cupboard, just by the side of the kitchen.
Wow, do you visit it every so often?
She's
No,
been
I just
talking
leave-
to
I
it all
just
day.
leave it there. I just leave it there in case somebody calls up and wants to talk about it.
Do you do that in
told
case,
us.
God forbid, something happens, you have like a piece of his body? Is that like almost like a way of always having a piece of Sam for real?
No, I have to do that.
Any miscarriages in the freezer?
That's inappropriate. That's an
No.
inappropriate.
I'm just wondering if you're going to be keeping
Inappropriate
parts
stuff.
of family members.
About the
It was an honest question.
That's not right.
the hoarding of Sam's stuff.
Yeah.
Sam likes to keep like all of his things.
Yeah.
I don't hoard as much for my other two kids because they're like, for instance, I had saved all the old Halloween costumes, and Sam's are in a couple of boxes on a shelf in his old bedroom. And Casey's, my younger son, his
The one
were
get all-
in a shelf. And he was at school, and he came back home, and he saw I'd gathered these things, and they were on his shelf. And he just looked at me, and he said, "Hey, Mom, you don't have to keep those things for me."
See,
so Sam's
even
the
he knows
problem.
that's like that's.
Sam, want your mom to
Yes.
keep all your...
Why?
Well, all my Halloween costumes or all my wrestling costumes?
I forgot about that, yeah.
Oh.
Bobby's got all of Sam's Halloween costumes from
I want to
over
know
the
how
years.
many of Sam's duties can fit into each piece of Tupperware.
There's no. That's,
Bobby,
that's just silly.
how many Halloween costumes do you have of Sam's?
Well, I mean, I've got,
Can you list
I've
them,
got a
please?
couple
Can you list
that-
them?
I've got a couple that are not wrestlers, and that was one year when he was Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
And the yellow
Etan
fedora
Patch.
and the yellow trench coat. And then there was the year he was
Who
the
played
pirate.
Tracy?
The year he was the pirate. Those were not wrestling years. He was very, very young then. But I have
a pirate.
I have his others, like when he was the Undertaker and when he was Dude Love. And when he was Macho Man.
Oh, God, he just was, how original.
When he was Hulk Hogan and when he was Gold.
You were Hulk Hogan for a Halloween
Yeah, that's
Sam?
right.
And your mom knows every one of these wrestlers.
Well, it's 1991. What are you going to do for
Wait,
Halloween?
but she has the costume still. Where are those?
But he was only like second grade when he was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That,
Hulkamania was still running wild.
I wish Hulk wrote a song about him.
I know what song it is.
Where are all the costumes,
Yeah.
Bobby?
They're in boxes in the closet.
God, how do you have room for
Strewn
anything
around
else
the
in that
hallways?
house?
Oh, you know what? It's unbelievable. Every closet in this house is stuffed with
Sam
that kind
stuff.
Of thing.
Yeah.
Sam memorabilia.
Yes.
Sam memorabilia.
Yeah.
This is amazing. It's like you think your kid is Dakota Fanning or
Could
something.
you set up your house, make it
Kinda
into
is, body-wise?
Did I set up my house for what?
And make it into a Sam museum.
Oh, That'd no, be not great. Yet.
And then we could come over and check it out.
That'd be great.
I can't do that because it's all in closets, and he has about a jillion like wrestling figures,
Not a real number.
and wrestling rings, and things like that. Many of which have not even been opened because he's saving them to keep them pristine.
Do you expect, if the horrid should happen, anything to you, Bobby, that you will be stuffed and put in a rocking chair by a upper window so that Sam can look at you?
I don't like how you turn this on me now.
I think that's a lovely idea, but it probably won't happen.
Mother
Literal
Bobby. Bobby rules.
Yeah, literal
All right, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby, this is what you have to do. We want Sam's Cub Scout uniform. What else, Sam? The badges, and
The belt loops,
and the hair. We definitely want to see the hair tomorrow in the Tupperware.
All right, let me see what I can gather up today, and he'll have to stop by and get it after work.
I'm going to go
Well,
over
doesn't
there.
he stop by with his laundry every day anyway?
Oh, I don't do
Not,
laundry.
not every day.
It's ridiculous.
Mommy's
I don't do
little
laundry every day.
boy.
But I'm going to go over there, and she's just going to have massive amounts of stuff. So, you can show this, too.
Yes. Feel free.
I'm only going to like...
No, Bobby. Please feel
free to
take
throw a couple other
whatever,
things in there.
whatever you think is fun and is really reminiscent of Sam and his youth. Please feel free to add that in, too.
All right, well, let me see what I come up with.
She's going to come up with some good stuff.
She has an
there.
excuse now to look for this stuff and talk about it. She'd be very happy to see
Your mom
it.
sounds very fun.
She's very fun.
Like, were you in your youth before burdened with children? Were you a fun gal? Did you go out a lot?
I'm still a fun gal.
You know what I mean.
No, I was very reserved and, nice.
Really? That's good. That's a chick with hang-ups. That's good.
Hey,
Problem.
we asked you. You think Sam's black?
I mean, she would know, I
You
guess.
think there's some black in the family? No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, we don't know where the hair comes from. We're not sure. I mean, my dad has very curly hair on his side of the family.
Well, Bobby, you got some curly hair, too.
I know.
Not like Sam, though. Sam's got that special hair going on.
It's someplace on my side of the family because both Sam and Casey have it and I have it. But Amanda's got like nice, normal, regular, wavy
That's
hair.
That's racist to say it like that.
And Amanda's the one you don't like? Just to reiterate
She's the
to
one from
everybody
the
out there?
Amanda, I love Amanda.
I told them that you love all of us equally. I've told that many times to you.
Wow, you better
guys.
listen to the replay, Bobby.
All three of my kids are very, very special.
Special.
Yeah, kinda.
That's funny.
We are special.
You know what that means? Retarded.
No, not like that.
No, that does.
Oh,
Special
you're
means
right, though.
retarded,
You're
though.
right.
Even your show is special delivery.
Oh, it was retarded delivery.
Oh, God.
All right, you guys. Well, this.
Oh, boy, she's telling us
she wants
we have
out.
to go.
Yeah, we're here. You gotta go.
She wants out.
I can't tell you how much fun this has been.
It has really been fun. I like. Is this the first time we've spoken?
No, Jesus.
What do I know? I'm in an alcoholic, whatever, daze
You know
all
what?
the time.
I have spoken. I mean, I've talked on the show before. Because I was on the phone that day when Sam, not long after Sam started, when Mick.
Could someone
Foley
tap me when
said
this
it
gets
was
interesting?
I was
How
on
dare
the
you.
phone
All
that
right.
day. when
Just
you
wondering.
guys
Just tap me.
traumatized him with that.
Why don't you like
statement.
Bobby?
I'm not being tapped.
Come on.
No, I like Bobby a lot.
You don't like Bobby.
Yeah.
Very nice.
She
sounds
nice.
very nice. She really does.
And she'll put up with these shenanigans, too.
Does she get mad, Sam? Has she ever gotten mad at you and yelled at you?
Yeah, she used to, if I smarted off, she would open hand smack me in the front of the mouth.
Hey,
Wow.
Bobby.
She would really smack you in the mouth?
Bobby,
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
give us an example of Sam Ed where you had to really discipline him. One that really stands out.
Like, did he ever go, who's my real fan?
No,
Give
he
us
didn't
one
ever
good one.
Say that.
I found a girlfriend in school.
Mommy, I think you smother me.
I can't think of a specific time because they were so rare when Sam misbehaved.
You're
what a
one
good
of those
boy.
guys.
I was a bit
boy.
of an all-around smart aleck.
A smart aleck.
But Bobby, you can't think of one where you had to discipline him.
Not really, no.
Did you ever spank his little bottom?
I only
In the past
I
week?
didn't really do that. I did once or twice. I mean, I would do things like if he really was, a wise guy, I would do the open hand thing where I just
A Weisenheimer.
pressed the front of his mouth so he had to stop talking.
Uh-huh.
Or if we were in the car, I would reach back and hit his legs with my bare hand and his bare leg.
Wasn't his leg.
That. And once in a great while, he might at home have to go sit in the naughty chair.
Oh, I love
With the fist on it.
That's not true.
naughty chair.
Sam would go sit in the naughty chair.
What the fuck's a
and
naughty
think of-
chair?
think of
Although
other things.
Norton's definition is perfect.
Now, what is the naughty chair?
And what room is the naughty chair in?
This little chair I kept over in a corner that faced the corner in
Like
the
Blair
living
Witch, I
room
hope.
during the day where nobody was, where he had to be by himself. And that's what I did with all the kids. If they needed a timeout, they had to go.
Oh, look, Logan's saying naughty chair equals mommy's naked lap.
Oh, that's disgusting. Logan needs
That
to
would be a naughty chair,
Logan.
though.
No, the chair's the toilet with a plunger in it. Sam would bounce on the naughty chair for hours.
I wouldn't.
Nothing says naughty like a naked mom.
Wouldn't it be funny if our punishments were really barbaric? Well, once in a while, when he'd talk when my programs are on, I would burn his genitals with a curling iron. They were just barbaric punishments. This nice lady.
This nice lady in a nice voice, and she's just barbaric with her punishments.
Well, occasionally, if he would talk too loudly, I would put Drano in his eyes.
No, she does sound lovely, though.
My dad was more the disciplinarian. He would take away my wrestling.
What, you wouldn't be able to watch it?
That's right.
And what about anything like magazines, memorabilia?
Nothing.
Nothing. No wrestling for you, young man,
For
right?
how long, though?
Well, it would depend.
Naughty chair.
Yeah.
Oh, that is one naughty chair. It got naughtier for 3 of his friends, too, when she turned it over.
Sam and his friends are running around with the naughty chair attached.
One thing I can tell you is that all these parenting advice magazines and all these, parents, counselors, and all
Swank.
that to tell you, don't bribe your kids. Just give them positive encouragement.
Wow, that's
must
good.
Have no kids because nothing works like a bribe.
Oh, like a good bribe?
Oh yeah, Sam would do anything
For
if
sweets?
He was promised like a wrestling magazine.
Yeah.
or-
I'm sure that helped in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The older gentlemen.
A magazine with a bunch of scantily clad men in it.
I'm not supposed to get in the car with you. How about this Hulk picture? All right.
I'm in.
All right, where we go?
Says hi to Florentine, who's in the back seat.
There was no molestation.
No?
No.
That's
You want to
good.
go on record and say that?
I will go on record and say there was no molestation in my childhood.
So he was never. Did Sam ever come home late or ever do anything where you were disappointed in him?
I got to tell you, Sam never disappointed me.
Yeah.
He would sometimes,
Disappoints us.
he would worry me a little bit, but he never disappointed me.
Worry you a little bit, like would you sit up waiting for him to come home?
Oh no, he wasn't a problem coming home. He would either be
faggot.
home on time or he
That was-
would call. He was really a good boy like that.
A good
Why
boy.
would he worry you? When him and his friend would come out of the tree fort, they'd both be duck walking.
What I probably worried about the most was the fact that, unless, like in school, unless he really was interested in a particular subject or really liked it, he just barely did what he had to do.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, but he really, it was like, even when he was in college, I remember he actually came home and he'd done poorly on a particular exam, and he said,
Heterosexuality?
His teacher handed my exam back and just looked at me and said, Sam, you got to crack a book.
You know who that teacher was? You know who that teacher was?
Who was that teacher?
Star of film and television, Peter Weller.
Peter Weller?
Yes.
Peter.
Yes.
Peter
RoboCop.
RoboCop?
Taught you?
Yes, he did. He taught me
No, he didn't say crack a book. He saw Sam in gym shorts. He goes, I want to book that crack. Sorry. Stupid joke.
No, it works. Now, why was RoboCop teaching?
He taught me history of the Roman Empire through film.
Through film.
That's his hobby, the
So-
Roman Empire.
So you don't really see him?
No.
He was there?
He was there for every single class teaching it.
For a whole year?
The whole semester.
Why wasn't he...
He doesn't get any work. What are you talking about?
That's true. What am I talking about?
He used
You're
to just
right.
name drop the whole time. He said he was in a jazz teaching it.
For a whole year?
The whole semester.
Why wasn't he...
He doesn't get any work. What are you talking about?
That's true. What am I talking about?
He used
You're
to just
right.
name drop the whole time. He said he was in a jazz band with Jeff Goldblum, and he said he was trying to get Mel Gibson to come in, but he didn't know if he could call him back.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Mel Gibson, that's for sure. Wow, that's something.
All right, let's let Bobby go.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It was nice talking to you.
Yes.
Get that stuff together for tomorrow's show and tell.
I don't like that.
See what I can do. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
There goes
Bobby.
Bobby.
Bye, Ms. Roberts.
What a sweet woman.
Why don't we?
Very nice, Sam.
She's a very nice lady with a very disappointing son.
Yes,
That's
but
not true.
She is hiding so much, like from herself, about her son Sam.
There's so much rage behind the laughs.
I'm great.
Yes, you can
I
tell.
am great. Why? What do you
Look,
mean?
look. Here's the problem. You've never done anything bad. You've never disappointed her. You've never made her angry at you to the point where she can remember anything. That never happens in real life.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? She's covering up because you're such a sweet boy that she covers up the horrid things you've done.
Didn't it bother you during the Yates trial when she was screaming, "You go, girl"?
And she doesn't like her other children as much as she likes you.
I
It's
don't think
obvious.
that's the case.
It's
I
obvious.
think it just
You're
the other
her little Sam.
The other children aren't on the radio for her to call in and talk about.
No, you could tell.
Really?
Yeah, you could tell.
Someone wants to know, Spy Guy 925, ask Bobby if she took a Polaroid of young Samuel's first boner.
Of course not. She was unaware
That'll
of it.
be available for us to look at tomorrow, by the way.
It'll
It's
be
in the
in the box.
Tupperware with
Get
his hair.
excited.
His little pubes.
They're not pubes.
Mommy's first pubes. She shaved them off for Sammy. No?
No.
Inappropriate.
It is
I know it is,
inappropriate.
but it's
Why
just...
would he get in a rod with a woman anywhere around?
That's
His first
true.
boner came with his... He was probably watching Hulk put his big man leg across some other wrestler's face. It's probably like, I bet it smells like the gym back there. And he has
Yes.
a little tent in his pants.
Oh,
I didn't like wrestling for those reasons.
you watched the camel clutch, and Hulk was ready to take it, and...
You wonder what Greg Valentine's asshole would feel like if he figure four leg locked you?
I wouldn't wonder about the asshole.
the naked wrestling.
Jesus Christ.
That's the Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we
different.
remember that.
That's a great club to be in, right?
Well, no, it's a great club to be the leader of, though.
Was that Ass Man?
No, that's Triple H.
Oh, wow, Triple H?
Yeah.
And,
That's
that's a member of the
look at
Spirit
the
Squad.
naked men wrestling. What is that
Well,
about?
I don't know anything about that.
Is this the
stuff.
type of
That's
wrestling
WWE?
pictures you like?
No,
that's
of course not.
WWE
They're
stuff.
total naked men on a sweaty mat wrestling with each other.
Is this the last WrestleMania?
No.
You're gonna take your clothes off.
This is
Take them off now.
This is gay, but having like 3 millimeters of fabric in between you. That's not
That's
gay.
fine.
Well, Danny, you watched WCW to jump on that.
I watched
WCW. And WCW Thunder wasn't gay
And
like
Nitro.
that. And Nitro.
Well, he told you, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you're a fag too, is what Sam said.
Here's the difference. I watched this when I was 16.
Yeah.
Sam still DVRs.
You could be gay at 16.
Sam has a fucking DVR that's just for wrestling shows.
Ugh. Yeah, because I got I would tape them on a DVD.
Tape them?
Well, whatever it's called.
You're making illegal copies of broadcasted shows?
Oh,
It's just for personal use. And I get the HD feed, except it's on SD TV, but it still looks a little better.
You don't know it doesn't. Have a standard
please don't start
definition
on this.
tube fucking Erox old television. HD does not look any better.
This happens every day in the back office. Please don't.
Why? Because it's
don't go with this.
letterboxed?
It's
So it's
letterboxed.
smaller, so the pixels are a little closer together?
And it looks a little crisper, I find.
Why don't you watch on what's your TV now?
He's got the
Nageltron
Nageltron. Everyone
3000.
knows.
The Nageltron 3000.
How big is it?
Because flat screens are upward of, $150, $200 right now.
Yeah, someone's frugal. I think someone picked up some of Dad's frugality.
Well, my dad
Yeah.
was smart with his money, and he is in a position now where he doesn't have to worry about it. So
So
there
you
is
still buy a
something
flat
to it.
screen TV.
Well, I mean, you got the perfectly good Nageltron in the living room.
Big
I
deal.
might have to, I don't know. My TV might not go into Danny's room now.
Fuck this kid. I offered him my old TV, and he fucking said no. So he
He offered me his old TV for like $600.
Bargain at any price.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I got the Nageltron.
So I fucking spent money, and then you could just have it for free.
I don't need to drop $600 if I already have a Nageltron.
Why don't you ask for that as a gift, like for your birthday or something? Tell your parents you want a flat
How about your chick? You're subjecting a wonderful girl to that?
What's she watching? You say yes to
TV
the dress?
in this century, motherfucker.
Nobody has those shit TVs anymore.
You tell Jess that if she wants to watch TV, maybe even in a movie theater, she come over to my place. I'll show her the real man's TV. Like, hey woman, you want to watch a 16:9 woman?
She just watches Father of the Bride and say yes to the dress.
You watch Father of the Bride over a real man's house.
Yeah. Hey, woman, what aspect ratio?
Letterbox.
Fucking, that TV is atrocious.
We can watch that in CinemaScope.
I got a Quasar in the bedroom.
You got a Gazar. You stink.
He's got VCR built right in.
Do it for
like
your
13
girl,
inches.
for Christ's sake. You're going to lose her. Yes, you're going to lose that girl. You got to get a good TV.
She's not going to leave me over a television.
That's happened.
Huh. Yeah, that's like what I have, except it's smaller than that. It's not
How
20
many inches is your TV?
The Quasar?
No, the one you watch every day.
I mean, it's at least, 36 inches.
And it weighs like, how much does it
God,
weigh?
it weighs, hundreds of pounds.
If you put it on a seesaw with E-Rock, which side would go down?
I mean, that's obviously E-Rock, but I mean, the TV is still heavy.
It is very heavy. Yeah, those old tubes.
We gave me and Keith Robinson gave Tom Papa a beating a couple years ago because he had a surround sound with a tube TV. we brutalized him.
Oh God, that's funny. Is that the Nageltron?
It looks similar to that.
Oh God,
very similar.
That was the era where they made tube TVs, but they wanted the front to look like a flat screen.
Mine is flat screen. That's flat screen.
Shut it.
Just gotta put
It's
a hole
a
in your wall.
faux flat screen.
It's
fake.
No,
it's not. No, it isn't.
No,
it can't be.
It's flat screen.
No. The screen is flat, but it's a fake front. It's still a tube television.
I think it's from like
cathode ray.
2003.
2003. That's a good year.
Yeah, that's great.
That's a good year for television.
I would love to know how many, between Eric and Sam, how many dumb things have been watched on that set. That set must want to hang itself. Did you ever come home and find the set with its own cord wrapped around the front of it?
Over the weekend.
Zenith was here.
If you
put in a beam.
If you put the news on that television, the screen would just blow out. CNN, it doesn't even get CNN or Fox.
Neither does he right now.
That's true. I don't get Fox.
No, of
You
course
don't
not.
need Fox though.
Jess watched Hope Floats twice this weekend on the Nageltron.
Hope Floats.
What's Hope Floats?
Proving your point, by the way, that she doesn't watch anything. If she's watching
But
Hope
even
Floats
Hope
twice.
Floats looks better on a
Yuck.
flat screen 16:9 than a regular television.
All right. We should break if we're going to squeeze in some Jocktober.
Yeah, I want to hear some Jocktober.
So a quick break. Tomorrow, Sam brings in some fine little
Can't wait.
things from his past. Looking forward to that.
Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.